Hello. 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 I'm here. I've been listening to music. I've been listening to punk rock. Oh gosh. Oh. There we go. I've been listening. Oh no. There's stuff's happening. There's stuff's happening. I'm fine. I'm fine. It's good. It's good. I've been making mistakes. I've been making so many mistakes. The Templars acquire additional paints. Give up start. We're so close to the non-oil layer. We're so close to it. So I actually got painting done yesterday. I got painting done off stream. I did all the eyes. Like we did a bit of red last time, but it didn't work very well. So I did more. I got the non-contrast paints and I painted up the eyes. I was like, yeah. And I also. So I was a broken record just then. But I also got the full grim copper and like painted it on top of the bronzy coloured we did last time. And it's like, yeah! And now we just got to do the Stormhouse silver onto the lead belcher. And then we can get the purple shoulder pads done. Yeah, and then it's a non-oil layer. Then we got the non-oil. I might do a little bit of red highlighting, I'm not sure though. But yeah, also hi Anthony, how you doing? And hello everyone else, I hope you're doing well. Oh, yeah, I had a good day though. I've not actually had a good day. I slept most of today. It's like, I had a bath yesterday, right, last night. And I got wrapped up in my towels. I put a towel around my hair because, you know, it's all wet and soggy. And then I wrapped myself in another towel. And then I lay into bed and I woke up this morning at like really late o'clock, still wrapped up in a towel. Like I lay in bed because usually it's like, I don't drip dry, but it's like your hair takes forever to dry and it was late enough I didn't want to be using the hair dryer. Because I've got parents and stuff and they want to sleep. Hi Tony. And to be honest, I find my hair's usually better if I don't hair dry it too often. The old blow drying because all that extra heat's not very good. So yeah. And yeah, but then I woke up at like 9 hours later, maybe 10, and then I almost immediately fell asleep again. But then I ended up eventually getting up, getting dressed, ate some food, and then fell back asleep again. And then it's like 2 o'clock, and I'm like, you know, I should probably start moving. I've got a stream in 2 hours. Hi, Tony. Hi, K-Tax. I spilled a non-oil, and it doesn't wash out. Actually, I did spill my non-oil once. Where is it? There's a little stain on here. One of the many stale stains on this thing, it's a bit of non-oil. I think actually that was mostly gone by now. The big one is the basing paints, because the basing paints obviously, because we paint as in basing, as in like we paint for bases. Yeah, because they obviously get a bit everywhere. Oh, gotta just turn up. It's very warm today as well. But yeah, I woke up. I also must have been blowing my nose for like half an hour after waking up, guys. Like, I was just so bunged up. I was like, I can't breathe. Oh, but then I finally got to my computer and stuff. I ate some food. I had some crisps. I had some cookies. Hi, Thailand. Hello. How you doing? Haven't I been listening to punk rock? Actually, no, it's more accurate. I was like, I should put some music on while I'm just getting set up and stuff. And then I saw this AMV for Bochi for rock. I was like, oh, and it was an Arctic Monkeys one. I can't remember what it was. It's something about when the sun goes down. I was like, oh yeah, punk rock. I'm like, down, but now and then I was like, just like putting on punk rock music. I was like, yeah, I love punk rock. I feel so good. Yeah. Oh, and then Nickelback came on. I'm like, yeah, Nickelback. Everyone hates Nickelback, but I love them. It wasn't the photograph one. What is it? It's like, are we having fun yet? Oh yeah. Do. Oh, I love punk rock. It's just got such a vibe, you know. And then it's like I'm feeling better after having like 12 hours of sleep last night and today. I'm feeling a lot better. Oh. I'm still not perfect. As I can tell, I keep trying to do stuff and making loads of stupid mistakes. So I definitely don't want to push myself, and my stomach is still not great. It's still a bit, I'm very weird at the moment. I didn't eat. I've not eaten properly yet. I've had a little bit of food, but it's mostly snacks. I'm gonna try having some fiber. I'm hoping that will help my stomach out, because sometimes it gets really bad because it's like I'm not meant to have much fiber, but if I don't have fiber, sometimes my tummy goes a bit weird. Only 12. Only 12. Yeah, it was only 12, but it was still good. It was still, actually, it might have been more than 12. Like, what time did I fall asleep? Must have been like 9, 10. I guess. I mean, it's hard to know because there are definitely lots of periods where I'm kind of half asleep, half awake. It's hard to know exactly how long a time had passed while I was still awake because I wasn't constantly looking at the clock. But maybe it's actually closer to about 14, 15 hours. But either way, I'm like, yuck! Because sometimes when you're not well, you just need rest. And that's what I've been trying to get. It's just sometimes also when you're not well, it's hard to rest. But yeah. Are we having fun yet? Banana, 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 na 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 na, banana. You gotta love Nickelback. Look at this photograph. Oh, and Arctic Monkeys, and Blink, whatever the names are, and Bowling for Soup. Oh, old bands. Ancient bands, but they're fun. They're fun. I love the music. And oh, my favourite song. I also got my favourite song there, which is about the, you know, there's a special word for it. I can't say it because YouTube would demonetize me. So it's mean. It's mean. It's set in WW2. It's actually about the main singers. What's it called? Grandparents. And I think they were from Germany. And they were Jewish. And so, you know, it was all about them and their love story, and it's an amazing song, and I absolutely adore it. And I first heard it in Scrubs, and it was like, oh my goodness, this song's amazing. I'm gonna pause the program to Google the song. Oh, here's a song. I adore this. Ancient bands. Yeah. Oh, like Smash Mouth. Oh, I don't know. I just love punk rock music, you know. And what's that one? Skater Boy. Oh, I love Skater Boy. That's one of my favourite songs. Certain mysterious virtuoso. Hello. Are you trying to make a noise meme that isn't Chaos Corrupted with this Black Templar? No. No. I mean, maybe he's singing. He's a chaplain. He's got to be singing. He's got to be leading, you know, for choirs. Except for choirs of our Black Templar, it's all just punk rock. Oh, goodness. You bang your head while listening to rock songs. Not rock songs, punk rock. It's different from normal rock. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, actually, I'm more like this. Are we having... So it's not forward, backwards. It's side to side. Otherwise, it'd be like... Bam, ba-dam, 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 ba-dam. It's more like... Bam, bam, ba-da-da-da, bam, bam, ma-na-na-na, bam, bam. My neck just cracked a little bit. Oh... Easy way to get concussion and forget how to read properly. Are we having fun? Yeah. Banana. Banana. Ow! I just whacked my head. Talon! Stop predicting the future. I just whacked my head against a microphone stand. I sometimes slam my head to the desk or listen to rock music for some reason. Oh, just give me a moment. Wait. I'm joking, I'm not going to do that because otherwise you'll see me. And there's no desk here. There's literally no desk here. This corner from here to here, this triangle, there's no desk, no support. It's just a thin mat. How thin? About 2 millimeters thick. That's just my hand's very light. That's why it doesn't flex or bend. If I put something a bit heavier like this paint here, it bends. See, look, it bends.
Take a shot every time Cupcake injures herself.
No, you're gonna die from drunkenness. No. Are we having fun yet? Banana, banana. I don't know why I sing it like Banana. I just like to sing. Oh yeah, Alive with the Glory of Love. That's my favourite song ever. Alive with the Glory of Love. Alive with the Glory of Love. I Say Anything. Oh, you can't hear it if I put it on, hopefully. No, no, no. And I love this song. So I'm listening to the music now. I'm not streaming it. I'm just listening to music. I'm not gonna sing it because actually I do kind of want to do a cover of this song. Right in plain view. Oh no, that. But yeah, I wouldn't. If I wanted to sing it for, I'd actually have to learn the lyrics. When I'm listening to music, I rarely ever listen to the lyrics very much. And as also when I'm trying to sing along, I just make noises. It's like nya 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 nya. I love music. Sorry. No, look, I'm energetic. I'm full of energy. If you ever had been ill for quite a while, like I've been down with a cold or hay fever, or probably a mixture of both, and then my stomach and stuff for like 2 weeks. And then today, I'm just like full of energy. Whenever you have that, where it's just you wake up on one day and you're just full of energy after like an extended period of illness. It's very easy, one, to push yourself too much because you're probably still not super well. But two, you just like you just want to run, you want to dance, and you want to do everything. It's like, yeah, I want to do so much. And I want to sing, and I want to Conjuror is at 130% capacity. She's gonna blow up. She's gonna blow up. No. I need to vibrate faster to get separate molecules. Oh, my hand passed through the material. Nah, could you imagine that? Could you imagine just like leaning here and I'm just like vibrating because I'm so full of energy and I just like meld like the flash through an object because it just vibrates so much. Like, the molecules didn't touch one another. Now that's pointless, you know. You know, as a physicist, if that sort of thing happened where molecules pass through one another because they're vibrating too much, people forget there's an invisible force between the molecules, and if that happens, you're going to be passing through that force, which is basically going to cause, a nuclear incident. As a molecule, it's like if two planets tried to pass too close to one another. Or like you had two planets that are rotating around one another, then another planet tried to come along. Effectively, a planet coming along will start getting ripped apart to the molecules on the either side of it will start to be ripped apart by the forces. And that's effectively what will be happening as the molecules try to pass through one another and between one another. The forces will be trying to rip them to pieces. And all the bonds between molecules will start to just break and tear to apart.
I'm back and I just got my tank Yeet to gold rank 1 and maxed both abilities. Trust me, my mech team will work with ENvtuber if it rusts to.
I have no idea what any of that means, but I'm glad for you, Vince Falcador. So hello. The ADH system is going strong this stream. Maybe. Conjuror's explaining the current Twitter slander for tunnel effect. Oh yeah, I've been here. I don't know much about that tunnel effect thing. It's stupid. But I was thinking about the Flash. Yeah, if that happened, you just end up like... One of two things will happen. Flash would like try pass it. Not now, iPhone. Flash would try passing between like the door or whatever he's trying to go through. And the door will turn to basically a radioactive goop. And so will the Flash on the other side. Or one of them will, at the very least. There's got to be radioactive goop, if not a massive explosion. This is Conjuror's Bane. This is Conjuror's Brain on punk rock. No, punk rock! Yeah, but if you don't know, I've been listening to punk rock and I'm full of energy, and you know, it's like I'm feeling the best I've felt in like a couple of weeks. I'm still not great, so I need to definitely make sure I'm not going to be pushing myself too much. But yeah, in this week's volume of Sakamoto Days, a character survives an attack because the tunnel effect and people are clowning on it. To be fair, I wouldn't think too much about it. I think of Sakamoto Days is meant to be a comedy manga at its... Oh, thank you. Head pat. Head pat. Oh. Chair head pat. Oh. Calmness. Super calmness as we get head patted. Yeah. Super calm. So I just thought it would be funny if I'm like all calm because of a head pat all of a sudden, but my hands just are still energetic and fighting one another. Did they use spin to land? And honestly, I would understand if it happened in JoJo, but this is silly. I mean, I could also understand if it happened in something like, you know, One Punch Man. I love the apple scene. The apple scene is so great. Where the apple gets cut in half, but it doesn't get cut at all. They didn't use the spin. Oh. I was like, hi, Mama. Did I say hi, Mama? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to myself. Do you want to see something cool, though? Do you want to see something super cool? It's a website. Oh, what's new today? What's new? Pussycat. Whoa. Oh, have you seen the old world almanac? Building the Celestial Empire of Grand Cafe. It's interesting. Do you want to see my favourite line of his entire thing?
Although TBH I never gotten a single legendary character in Tacticus, and my highest power character was a silver 3 diamond 3 war boss Good.
Oh, bulldozer. Sakamoto Days is an amateur when it comes to BS. Oh, what does that mean? Ballistic skill. Oh, they don't have ballistic skills. Oh, to be honest, I never gotten a single legendary. I've never played Tacticus. Is that a mobile game? Oh, look how cool this is. There's miniatures. I want all of the cafe miniatures. I want them to all come pre-assembled and painted. If I had the money, I'd definitely hire some people to help me paint my own. I need to get into, like, you know, befriending some other Warhammer content creators just so they can help me build my army, and then they can make streams and videos about building 30,000 points of Black Templar, and I'll be like, I am having you. I'm gonna get you all. Yeah, because they'll give them click. No, look, I'm gonna be exchanging clickbait titles for fair work. Befriending for plan already failed. I know, I can't do friends. Oh, look, hi Simon. You're barely late. We're 20 minutes in. We've only visited the website like 60 times. Oh, look at cafe. Look at cafe being cafe. But where's my favourite part from this? Oh yeah. To give a sense of how well buried some such nuggets are, he famously exclaimed out loud of the studio one day, "Which idiot wrote this?" before he noticed the byline and realised it was him. Basically, this is talking about when, what's it called? CA, Creative Assembly, for people who make Total War, Warhammer. Yeah. They approached Games Workshop about, you know, getting cafe as a faction, and Games Workshop was like, okay, let's get a team on working on making cafe a thing then. So we're having to go through every single bit of old lore and tidbits. So we had like the lead writer and concept artists and stuff were working on these types of things. And as a result, it's like you got Owen here who said that basically I was looking at old stuff. It's like, which idiot wrote this about cafe? And then it turned out he was the idiot that wrote about cafe. It's quite interesting. This is actually a really interesting thing. They actually hired on a what's it called? Chinese sensitivity team. So that when they're creating stuff, it wasn't going to be stupidly racist or getting like Korean themes mixed in or whatever, because both Korea and China would be upset by that. But one of the things they wanted to do was make something that was typically Warhammer feeling, but was also respectful of Chinese culture and stuff. So one of the things that they did is they went into like symbols and stuff, that darker symbolism in like China that they would be allowed to use, and like the different dynasties and stuff. It's really interesting read this. I like this. They made this thing up because they originally wanted to use a unicorn as like this centerpiece kind of character. A unicorn that doesn't have wings but can fly, but they realised that didn't translate to models very well, and they didn't think it would look that great, so instead they created like a draconic griffin type thing, or Pegasus thing. Yeah, Quillin. It's not, yeah, the Quillin. The Quillin! Where is it? Which is described like a unicorn. Yeah, here we go. The Quillin. We originally wanted to make a Quillin a sort of Chinese unicorn that flies without wings. Yeah, Chinese unicorn that flies without wings, you crazy person. You hate Chinese culture. No, I don't! Oh dear, I can hear the dawn of war screams of a Finio paints flashback. Oh no. Oh, so I know the fastest way to paint them, dunk them straight into a paint can. That's how we're going to do for known oil. Every day she needs to offend 100 people or she withers away. No, I already got that out of my way. By singing punk rock before the stream, I already offended loads of people. Corn Death Finger. Oh yeah, the new corn model looks cool. Corn and chips. He looks cool. That's the Age of Sigmar. Kill team. Oh, the kill team thing. Oh, I love this. I love this. I'm so excited. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna save up and get it. No buying anything. Watch Kill Luke Bacall, episode 2. I'm sure they're gonna succeed. Oh, new battle scroll for, who is it for? Gaven? I don't know. They got new battle scrolls for new edition or something. I don't know. Rules and for age. Oh, look at this army. It looks so cool. I mean, it's Iron Warrior, so it's not that cool, but still, it's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Now, this is a cool army. Because it's the Raven Guard. Raven Guard are very cool. Wait, are they snow themed? Yeah, they are snow themed. That's cool. You doing today, Cupcake? I'm sorry, I was late. You're not that late. You're only 20. We're not even started painting yet.
Still haven't got a Bane Blade variant called the Bane Sword.
A Bane Sword. The Bane Sword! Yeah. I'm also trying to figure out how I want to build my Rogol Dawn. I'm thinking about buying a new turret from a Rogol Dawn that has like 2 tubes and they're really long. You know, 2 barrels, not tubes. Or just getting like some old straws and like making them myself. Oh. But yeah. Yeah, for those who weren't here earlier, I've actually got some painting done off stream. Like you can see, this is no longer just a plain old bronze colour. It's more of a brassy colour now because I've gone over. I didn't go over, I highlighted it. I went over parts of it and covered bits with mist. on all these things. And this is going to be... All we got next is a silver host onto the lead belcher colours that we did last time. And then we've got to do the purple shoulder pads. And then that's it. We are free. No, we're not free. We're going to then do known oil, basically, most of the models. As in, like, all of the models, but most of every model. Ava Wolf. Hello, Ava Wolf. How you doing? How you doing? Ah! Do 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 do. Sorry, I've been listening to music. It's fun. It's fun, and I'm free falling. Oh, look at Cuptle dancing. Look at Cuptle dancing. Oh. Try typing Yeet. No, don't type Yeet. What are you doing telling them that? What are you doing telling them that, sour apple? Oh, I'm sorry I didn't make it on stream in time. Don't worry about it. You're barely late. We've not even started painting yet. Bam. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. I know I should probably be painting. I got my brush here. I got my brush here. Do do do. I got my brush here. Do 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 do. Oh, but anyway, yeah, let's get painting. Let's get painting. I apologize. I apologize, Sardino being crazy. I saw some Drukai models and I want Drukari. I keep wanting to call them Drukai. I keep getting that H and K mixed up. Drukari pirate themed army with a lot of those flying ships. Oh, cause like a You need to tell me which type. Was it like with lots of Corsairs, or was it just like normal Drukhari? Hiccup. So I got hiccups all of a sudden. Or is it just normal Raiders? She did a rookie. I can't do a rookie thing. What do you mean she did a rookie? No, I can't do a rookie noise. There we go. That's kind of it. Corsairs. Oh, like my Corsairs, my Eldar Corsairs.
You're in a musical mood, so it's too late to apologize. It's too late, Tilda.
It's too late to apologize. It's too late. It's too late to apologize. Apologize for what? I'm a maniac. Oh gosh, that was way too much pain. It's too late to apologize. No, we need cool, fast music. Like, he was a scared boy. She said, see you later, boy. Na 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 na. He wasn't good enough for her. Yeah, that was it. I want right where you're standing. Boom. Some people look at Cupcon and think I can fix her. I'm here to make her worse. What do you mean he can fix me? No one can fix me because there's nothing to fix. I'm perfect. Perfect. What was that voice? I turned into Miss Piggy or something. I'm gonna kidnap everyone that's a Corsair and fasten to eat salted herring. What's herring? Instead of torturing them. If it's salted, it can't be all that bad because salt is lovely. Salt is lovely. The separate work camps. Oh yeah, my favourite. I can't believe my favourite song. Although my favourite song feels very fitting nowadays. Like separate work camps. I won't let them take you. Oh, it's bad. Trust me. It's stinky fish. Oh, it's that thing. It's a stinky fish fowl. Stinky fish fowl. Stinky fish fowl. Oh no. Stay away. What do you mean instead of torturing them? That's literally just torturing someone. Oh, herring. Oh, no, herring's fine. Herring is great. Herring is just a fish. If it's a fish from the stinky barrel, that's bad. But if it's not the stinky fish sauce, if it's just normal herring, then that's like, that's a normal fish. We eat that all the time in Britain. It's one of the popular fishes from the fish and chip shop. Mom, bam bam, ba 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 bam, bam bam, you stinky bum bum. Oh goodness. Did you know there's a sausage in the sky? Did you know the sausage stabbed you in the eye? As Loki would say, only I dare. Oh gosh. We are the champions of the world. Do 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 do. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time to lose this, 'cause we are the champ. Sorry. It's the final countdown. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It's been a while since Norska's been announced the DLC and CAA went radio silent. No. We're just, what do we call it? Edging? We're just, we're getting us to think and like be super excited. And we're just going to be guessing what's happening until they're just like, aha, here's really what's happening. And then we're like, that's nowhere near as good as the ideas that we came up with. And we're like, we know, we were listening. And we're like, why didn't we think of that? I like how we were literally like that with the dwarf. And we're like, you know what? Let's just implement these ideas everyone else is coming up with. Gosh, with Loka and Iceland in Total War Warhammer, I'm the happiest person. My fantasy is satisfied. Oh, what about, do you know those islands? Do you know those islands in the southeast, which are inhabited by the high elves? Do you think they're gonna start in ruins now, like with the next DLC update? Because if they start in ruins, that would be really, really cool. And like Iceland appears. And there's like a pirate fleet nearby, like a Black Hawk. Oh, it'd be so cool if a couple of Black Hawks nearby. All of those islands are in ruins, and Iceland starts in his own, like, definitely not technically a Black Hawk. And he has to recolonize them, because isn't that like really close to what happened in the end times? I actually don't even think it was the end times. They just found those islands had been... The islands got destroyed so quickly that the High Elves only found out when, like, one of the High Elf captains went out to visit them and was like, oh gosh, we're all in ruins. And Loki had destroyed it all. Who is that? Of the Hidden Elves? Yeah, Iceland is the like High Elf Admiral Lord. And if they were destroyed by Loki Fellheart, by the way, at the behest of Malekith. Who is the female Keith? Well, that would be cool. That's what we need to do. I forgot that you had all these cables here. I should probably paint them. Like a Lord of Karandkar, yeah! I like how there's like 3 different Lords of Karandkar. Because you've got Loki, you've got, is it Raykar, who also calls himself a Lord of Karandkar? And then you've got the High Elf, who just Nagaroth, who just decided to go in and be like, nope, it's mine now, it's mine. Well, those 2 are away. Hi, Sarah Edwin, I got cola. I remember Malachi once tried to disable an old Doomsphere, but it blew up on his team before they started anything, and surprise, all was lost except Mackayson. Malachi Mackayson! Don't want to be around him. All hands lost. Not as many as the Last Defender of Lustria, which is a title given to every lizard that can shout it. Thankfully, most lizards aren't intelligent enough to be able to say such a thing. Last Defender of Lustria. I've only just got Nikai going, I'm going to destroy Lustria. Or at least 6. Yeah, but that means it's like, there's probably about 12 lizards in total who can shout it, and only 6 of them currently are taken seriously. Lizard men are scary, and burning coast books, they munched on a few humans, yeah. Did you know that for Amazonians, if they ever get added in, currently in their law, like in their actual law, they have power weapons and bolt pistols and NAS pistols? And also they get on well with the lizards. Bunch of are never getting added in. They are. First, we're going to get... Nazca's getting... Look, this is how I said things are going to go. Nazca was going to get an update. What's happening? Getting reworked. I also said we're going to add Koresh. Definitely going to happen with the next DLC and update. and then I say they're going to add Ind with the Monkey King. And then they're going to add Amazonians. Actually, no, if they actually bring in the GiveSprinkles, they do have Amazonian characters within the GiveSprinkles and the Dogs of War. So there's a good chance we might get an Amazonian Regiment of Renowned. Like for the lizardmen and stuff. And then we can get Amazonian characters and factions. Like if they add the Dogs of War DLC, what I'm thinking they'll probably do is they'll probably add it as Tilia, Estalia, and the Border Princes would come with it. Or would be part of it. And if they ever added another Dogs of War thing after that, like another Lord, I'd imagine it might be either for GiveSprinkles. Actually, that sounds like... GiveSprinkles sounds like one they're going to add in anyway. What I've looked at, it sounds like Tilia is going to be in it, definitely, because there are at least 2 named characters from Tilia in it, and there's at least 1 from Estalia. So there's a very good chance that those 3 are going to be getting their own lords. And potentially the Border Princes might get fleshed out in an update with the Dogs of War. Because most of the Dogs of War unit, a lot of the Dogs of War units are actually Tilian and Estalian units. So, could work. Morning, TA. Hello. Well, afternoon for me. So, I don't know. It could definitely work. I don't know if I'd add for Amazonian units info. I could imagine them adding them in. They wouldn't be the hardest ones to add in because they've already made models like that before. Like in terms of CA. So they could actually recycle a lot of assets to get them in. Goblin bolt throwers if digging is crazy for map wide shots. Yeah, digging is insane. But honestly, I'm not sure what we're gonna do with Dogs of War DLC. I'm not even sure if we're sure what we're gonna do with it. It definitely sounds like it will be the next DLC after this DLC. Like, we're getting this current update. I think the update after that is going to be the one where they flesh out the Tides of Torment one and bring in the Siege FLC, isn't it? Or maybe they're gonna bring, I don't know. I do know that they said they're gonna bring a Siege FLC though, and finish fleshing out the entire, Shadows of Change DLC. Did you know there's a Drukar unit that serves in Dogs of War? Yeah, there's units on most things. In fact, most of the regiments of renown, not most, a lot of the regiments of renown that are currently in the game are Dogs of War. The Goblin Khan Dogs of War unit, the other Hobgoblin one, that regiment of renown, sorry, that's a Dogs of War unit. There's an Albion Giant unit, that's Dogs of War. There's, oh, what else is there? I can't remember. Oh yeah, what's his face? The big old ogre. Gold man-eater. Yeah, he's a Dogs of War, and so is some of his ogres. Who else is there? Oh yeah, for Black Hawks with crossbows are Dogs of War. Alistair Shades. Oh, they did. They said this year we're getting one. Oh, yeah. Outer Nelvin passed away. Actually, Ghost, it's just Harris' version looked way better. How did Anarion pass away? I don't know how Anarion passed away. A lot of Tara's videos are actually based kind of on lore, but they do take it over the top. Like originally the Black Orcs rebelled because they effectively it was over a rights dispute. That's legitimately what happened, but then it ended up just resulting in a war. And the Hobgoblins joined the... Well, not all of them, but a bunch of the Hobgoblins joined the... What's it called? The Chaos Dwarves, because effectively they got a pay rise to help fight against the Black Orcs. And if the Hobgoblins didn't get that pay rise to help them join the Chaos Dwarves, and the Black Orcs would have almost certainly killed the Chaos Dwarves. And if the Hobgoblins had joined the Black Orcs, then yeah, the Chaos Dwarves wouldn't have stood a chance. But yeah, that like, it's not quite like that because it probably wasn't as civil as that, but you know, it is effectively the lore accurate thing of what happened. Very similar to Tara's videos. There's 20 days left in this month. I want DLC news. Yeah, I don't know when did they say that they're going to release more information on the DLC, or did they not actually give a date of when? I know they said it's this summer when it's released. I'm still holding out hope that they basically add correction between Norscan. I don't think it's gonna come with the units they revealed so far for Norska and for Slaanesh. I don't think Koresh units are coming, but I was hoping it would come. I was hoping we would get like Koresh, not as a faction of its own, but as like part of Slaanesh or part of Norska faction. Kara's version is that Marathi casts one spell and he is also dried up both physically and mentally. I don't know. You'd have to Google, how did a Nerian, what happened to a Nerian? By the way, don't forget to like the stream. How do we spell a Nerian? Nerian. What happened to them? A Nerian called a Nerian for Defender was the first Phoenix King of Ulfran and was the first monarch of the High Elves. Blah 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 blah. In the rage at his deaths of his wife and children at the hands of the demons, Anarion drew the immensely powerful yet cursed Sword of Cain, and it used to keep the demons at bay. This was until his great friend, the Archmage Calador, Dragon Tamer, sacrificed himself to enact a spell of elven high magic that created a great vortex that sucked away the surplus winds of magic. This meant the demons of chaos could no longer physically manifest in the mortal world without a mortal host. Anarion was mortally wounded while defending Calador, and he lived just long enough to return the Sword of Cain to its altar. In the Blighted Isle, yet the curse of Cain came upon Anarion's bloodline for making use of the weapon, and his son Malekith, late took over the Witch King, would ultimately shatter the unity of Ulthuan and divide the elven race into its noble high elves and the villainous dark elven branches. Oh! He was mortally wounded. How was he mortally wounded? Anarion decried the departure of Dragon Raiders as a betrayal and swore he would be avenged of a prince. The demon struck before it bore fruit. The war reached its final stages, an equal contest of a might between elves, blah 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 blah. Calador, fully aware of Anarion's madness, Corsairs handbows are such fun units. Corsairs with handbows are fun units, except Shades are kind of better. It's just a lot of high elf units kind of feel like, yeah, this is great, but Shades. Like Corsairs with handbows are great, but then you just got Shades of great weapons. It's like, okay, so the Shades have longer range, they can stealth. They're just as good in combat, and they have armor piercing on both the ranged attack and the melee attack. And they're just as good in melee. Shades are boring, too strong, yeah. It's the fact that they just fill the role of like every other good unit that you have already. Like, you need a good ranged unit that can arc the shot. Well, you got your basic crossbow dudes, which are pretty fun, your dark shards. Or you can just get Shades. It's like, okay, what about frontline units that are good in melee? Well, Shades are good in melee. It's like, okay, well, what about Corsairs? Then it's like, well, Corsairs are basically just light Shades. I already play Loki. Corsairs get AP and melee. Oh, yeah, Loki buffs them up massively. Actually, Corsairs, I think, are a little better in melee, and they are... They have 360 vision, don't they? Unlike Shades, and they can move while firing, which does make them really good. They're really, really good at taking down, what's it called? Flying units, like chimeras and stuff. Anarion apparently cleaved Cairo's Fate Reaver's head in two with a single blow. He also fought Nikari. Oh gosh, he literally drunk a demon's soul. He literally drunk Nikari's soul. He then fought the Cuptle Gurgle Spew and a Great Thruster. So he killed Kairos Fate Reaver, then Nikari, then a Great and Clean One, then a Blood Thruster, carving them all in two and drinking the souls of some. Oh. This is a Norian, by the way. Da, 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 da. So yeah, he basically died fighting demons. Or during fights with demons and stuff. He just got so massively torn to pieces by demons that he eventually fell. So yeah, Norian is just crazy. It wasn't the same. Tariff's explanation, I don't think, was very canonical. At least not according to the wiki. But he did go crazy. He definitely went crazy. Due to a Sword of Cain. And that's where the Great Vortex comes from. The big old battles. Oh, goodness. I need to get that green done. That's something else I forgot. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Okay. Oh yeah, I also need to get these lights done inside that lantern. Don't know how I'm gonna do them. Oh gosh, a bunch of my paints got knocked over. I was dusting earlier. I know I should be painting. I just get distracted. Very, very easily. My cat escaped today. Got out again. Ba, 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 ba. Because she's an evil Kit Kat. That's why we had her in cat prison. I'm joking, she's not evil. We didn't keep her in prison. We just don't like the cats going out by themselves. Because you know it's dangerous. But then my mother opened like the windows. And we got like these little Velcro covers over windows so the cats can't get outside. Except when she likes to climb them and sometimes rip them down when she does so. And yeah, she did that while the window was open. So she's like, oh, window open. Let's walk outside. And then she just jumps under the cars. That's one of the reasons we don't let her out, because she keeps going under cars. It's not good for her. And then she just, it's hard to bring her in because as soon as you go up to her, she just runs under a car because she wants to play. And she purposely just stays just out of arm's reach. Did you know naturally RP voiceover is voice actor for Loki? I don't know what naturally RP is. So no, I did not. Yeah, my cat is evil. It's not evil. It's not even the cat that usually gets out. Or we have trouble with getting out. But you know, sometimes things happen in mysterious ways. Paint games, I don't know anything. Hello! Hello, Cupcake, how you doing? I'm currently building my zoanthropes and neurothrope. Oh! That sounds so cool. I kind of want to get the zoanthrope models. I kind of do. Because one of my first models was a zoanthrope, and it was so cool. That was back when you could only have one zoanthrope, like it was its own unit by itself, and you couldn't get more of them in the same unit if it was about. So you could have as most 3 in an army. It was so good though. It's like a mobile last cannon platform. You say you're painting them? Or building? You're building them. What high fleet do you play? Like what colour scheme? Oh wait, what's your army in general? Like, is it very psychic based army? Or is there zoanthropes just there for support? I like really psychic armies for Tyranids. Not that mine really is one. I mean, I do have quite a few psychic units. 3 Psychophagus. Neuro Lictor, Neuro Tyrant. And the is it Emissary? Or is it the Assimilator? That's a psychic one. I have a psychic non thing. Hi, Nico Salamander. My tip for building them is to tilt their stands to look more organic. Oh. Oh, so 2 Hive Tyrants. They're pretty psychic. I'll paint him. We're currently doing the silver highlights on our models. I realised I have to go through and paint some green wiring, but before that I got some red wiring to paint. That I forgot about on this model. This one, on my chaplain. Oh. I found out today. I do know Neurogaunt's. So for Neurogaunt's, right, I have this special rule where if you don't know about Synapse is like a special ability in for Tyranids, which allows them to actually survive leadership tests. Hi, Tony. How you doing? Ow. It's not as necessary in Thing as it was in old rules, like where you couldn't really control your models without Synapse range. But effectively, every model in your army needs to be within Synapse range of another one. Within range of a model that has a Synapse keyword. So it's like these 2 models would need to be within range of this one. But Neurogaunts have this ability where if they're in range of a monster with a Synapse keyword, so like big old brain monster, they themselves become big old brain bugs. Meaning that you can use them instead as to like a daisy chain into it. So they're in range of a monster with a Synapse keyword. So they gain the Synapse keyword so that this monster is within range of a Synapse model. Well, then you got the Neuro Tyrant, right? Who has the ability to choose a model that's 18 inches away and give that monster. And that unit counts as within Synapse range. But for Neurogaunts, so what you should do is you should get your Neuro Tyrant, right? Tell the Neurogaunts that they're in Synapse range, even though they're miles away, and then the units near the Neurogaunts are within Synapse range, because they'd gain the keyword. But it doesn't work like that. They only get us being within Synapse range if it occurs naturally and not from, you know, silly things. Like a special rule of a Neuro Tyrant. I was like, oh, that's sad. I have my own custom hive fleet. Oh, their lore is that they're a splinter fleet of Leviathan. Named Night Skies, purple carapace with dots in light to purple. Ooh. They specialize in stealth and incursions. Oh. Combat Patrol Durokai looks cool. They get 2 ships. Oh, they do get 2 of the ships. You should get it quickly because I think it's about to die off accordingly. Oh, that's what I've heard. Everything is a splinter of Leviathan. I mean, technically that is true. It sounds like Leviathan is actually like the main fleet and everything else is just splintered from it, including the first, you know, the first hive fleets that attacked. Mine are a splinter of, I think it's, do you know the ones that fought for Ultramarines in the first Tyrannic War? Mine are a splinter fleet of that hive fleet, probably. And this is my Neuro Lictor that just stays here. Because this is the paint scheme that I'm going for. I finally decided on. And they don't really have a speciality. Behemoth for High Fleet Cupcon, yeah! Sorry, Ultramarine needs to trigger me every time. What do you mean? Even Behemoth is technically just a child fleet of Leviathan. So much yellow, he stole a lot of bananas from the Norskans. No! No, it's because it's based on my original model that will be coming back in V2. My original colour scheme. So the High Fleet Cupcon. They're the purple, the yellow, and the blue, because I like blue. It's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect. But it's fine. And here's my Parasite on Mortrex that I made. The base is too big. Yeah, this model was. This was my first experimentation with the paints. Also, we painted this guy using only brushes that came in the Combat Patrol magazine, and none of them were exactly big brushes. I was mostly using this brush. Was I even using that brush? No, I was mostly using... I mostly used this brush, and I think this brush. Yeah, that did not last very long, and this brush. They're not very good brushes, they're cheap Citadel brushes. I'd paint Durokai black gold and cloth crimson red. Ooh. I've now posted my Zoanthropes on Discord. I'm looking at them. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Link is in the description. Ooh, they look pretty cool. Wait, do they come with all that lightning, or did you add the extra lightning stuff? Oh, because that's cool lightning stuff around them. I like what you've done with the bases. Oh, is that a sprue goo? No, that's hot glue gun glue, isn't it? Oh, well, I like them. Lots of little bits of foam. The lightning's made of wire. Oh, that's cool, Sayont. That's cool. Now, Leviathan is a separate fleet attacking from below. That's why it gets the I'm everywhere pass. Read lazy choices and writing. Every other main fleet is coming from Galactic East. Yeah, but isn't there like something in the lore that suggests that Leviathan is actually like the main fleet? Not just the main fleet, but like... Because originally they thought they were attacking in like waves and they're sending different tendrils and each of the tendrils is different. But then they're like, wait a minute. These original tendrils look like they're just tendrils coming from the main tendril, and the main tendril itself is Leviathan. I swear for like one of the big books I was reading about it, or like for 10th edition, that's what it was suggesting. Like it's the largest, but they're also suggesting that it might be the like Leviathan is effectively the hive mind itself. Like it represents the majority of a hive. Although that might just be the Imperium being hopeful. I wouldn't be surprised it was just the Imperium being hopeful. Because that's what they did in some of the old lore as well, where they'd write one thing and then almost instantly contradict it with something else. I really loved that sort of thing that they did back then. And it seems that they still do that. Back to Kraken. I think the reason that they have Leviathan like it is it makes the Tyranids feel a bit more malicious and more of a threat by having like one high fleet do everything, or like be everywhere and attacking from everywhere. And like being able to do so much. Because, I mean, it's what they get with everything. It's like the Chaos Space Marines have a Black Legion, which means that there's always this massive unifying force behind everything. And that makes Chaos Space Marines and Chaos in general just be a significant threat all of the time. Because it's not just lots and lots of warbands acting alone. There's one massive one that's capable of destroying the Imperium. It's not lots of just tendrils are acting somewhat independently. It's one massive fleet is coming from the south, from the galactic, below the galaxy. The Tau, you got the Farsight Enclave, but then it's like most of the Tau are unified. The Eldar have, well, they're not meant to be a threat species, but then the Necrons have a Silent King. And like for being the biggest dynasty and connecting all the other dynasties and absorbing them to himself, he becomes a massive threat to both the Tyranids, Chaos, and to, well, the Imperium. And then Trisandra's being everywhere makes him also a massive threat, but mostly to the Silent King in a way. I do eat undevoured worlds and concentrated store for biomass. They can mass produce stuff at an insane rate. This is cool. Yeah. You've also got the one high fleet. I think it's Leviathan again, who actually... Oh, is it a different one? But the one where they take on, you know, worlds and they keep the world alive and, you know, to basically turn it into a Tyranid farm. Tyranid agri-world, effectively. And, like, they defend the planets and stuff. If it was Kronos instead of Leviathan invading, that would have been a dope choice. Tiamat is a farmer fleet. Oh, yeah, Tiamat. Yeah. I think the reason that major fleets are always boring, like, not major fleets, a major faction within each faction is always boring. It's the Ultramarines for the Space Marines. It's Acadians for the Imperial Guard. It's the... What's it called? Black Legion for Chaos Space Marines. It's Leviathan for Tyranids. It's always a boring choice. Because they can do anything. They can do anything. They can be anything. You can buy whatever models you want, put them into their army, and it works. It's the jack of all trades because that's the one that's most inviting to play with. And that in terms of story, you can pretty much do anything with them because, well, why can they do this? Well, because of the jack of all trades. Why is an Ultramarine librarian doing this? Because, well, Ultramarines have librarians. You can't do that if you have Black Templars, because they don't have librarians. It's like, why is this Ultramarine this Ultramarine company so melee focused? Because, well, there's Ultramarines, they can do melee focus. Why is this one so shooty focused? Because they can be shooty focused. Why is this one so mechanized? Because they are allowed to be mechanized. There's no real limits on what they can do in story or anything else. So it makes sense. And also just inviting new players into a game, having the jack of all trades, one beefy face of it is nice. Hello, my screen turned on and off. Vanilla cover boys, yeah, vanilla. Meanwhile, you got the, like, what they did recently with the Death Corps of Krieg for Imperial Guard. It's nice getting the Death Corps of Krieg, but because the Death Corps of Krieg are much more, like, focused, especially, it puts people away from them, or pushes people away from them. It's like, it draws certain people in, but also pushes them away because they're much less vanilla. They're much crazier. The Krieg are like the Black Templars in a way of the Imperial Guard. I'd say Kazajan are more like the Black Templars, but in terms of gameplay at least. Girly nerfed everyone except his leader. And actually, the Imperial Fists and their successors are probably the most common ones that we see in lore, surprisingly. Outside of the Ultramarines themselves. Because you got the Black Templars being successors of the Imperial Fists, you got the Imperial Fists themselves, and you got the Crimson Fists. And most of the Imperial Fist successors, again, are vanilla boys. It's like when they tried making the Dark Angels a cover of the Warhammer Space Marines for a while. Again, they kind of, you know, they don't have that same vanilla infighting feel that the Ultramarines have to new players. Instead, they've got more of a very focused aesthetic to, not just a visual aesthetic like the Krieg have, but they're split up in a certain way where you've got, like, sure, the Dark Angels kind of do a bit of everything, but you've got the very clear Terminator dudes, you got the very clear flying very fast dudes with anti-grav things, and then you got the crazy Inquisition type dudes. She got them split into like 3 different groups. And on top of that, you got an aesthetic that's not going to be appealing to everybody. Meanwhile, for Ultramarines being the vanilla ones, you can go, okay, take your Ultramarine, paint it yellow, now you got an Imperial Fist. Okay, take your Ultramarine, paint it green, and you got a Salamander. And the same goes to like for Black Legion and stuff. It's like for poster boys, but paint them a different colour, and suddenly you got a different warband. It's so nice. They're literally everywhere because they are for cover boys. Does anyone know where I can find Age of Sigmar maps? I have a weird thing where I like to watch maps. Yeah, Age of Sigmar is very weird, and for a while they had a lot of ideas for it, but it took them a while to, you know, focus or figure out how the world was actually meant to look. So, I think there's an couple of Age of Sigmar games that might have some maps in them, but I don't know. You can find Age of Sigmar map in every pizzeria. I found a map of a Great Perch and its detailed part of a Great Parch. Oh. Yeah, I don't really follow Age of Sigmar, so most of what I follow Age of Sigmar for is just for models, so I can convert them into other things. Because Age of Sigmar has some cool models, it's just not my thing when it comes to gameplay and lore. It does have some cool lore. I was reading about the Deepkin lore and they sounded kind of cool, but at the same time I don't know, it's difficult being a fantasy fan and old world fan. I'm trying to get into Age of Sigmar lore. It's like, but how did we get to this point? Books I've read and Gotrek's books, the realms of Age of Sigmar are just planets, kind of, but not really. I don't think they I'm not sure if they're circular. I'm not sure if they're round. They might be a bit flat. where planets are close to each other. Each realm is like a different planet. No, not planets. They have realm gates between each of them. Oh, I got recently into Age of Sigmar lore and I really enjoy it. They're pizza shaped. They're pizza shaped. Pizza slice shaped. Yeah, I can see why people will enjoy it, especially for newer fans. It's just as an older fan, trying to get into it, it's a bit difficult sometimes. It's also just really difficult because I feel like it just always tells me, it's like, they could have easily done this with the old world. Like, they could have just continued fantasy and just changed the game up, and they didn't need to destroy everything, and they could have just taken this lore and used it for fantasy. But no. But no, a lot of it was just part because they really needed a rebrand. The company was suffering a lot. I understand why they did it. It's just, oh. They needed a rebrand. They needed to save the company that was struggling. And fantasy was just not a money maker. And at the now Games Workshop doesn't mind having things that aren't making money right now, or aren't even going to make a lot of money. And they're willing to invest into it. Like, do you know, Warhammer Plus and, you know, some of the Black Library stuff? Like, I hear some of the Black Library books, like, despite making an entire series of them and continuing to fund the series, they never make the money from it. And they're like, but they don't care that they're not going to make the money from it, because just for them, it's like, or not directly from the books anyway. Because for them, they just like making the lore and stuff and expanding on the entire fiction, and eventually it will probably make them the money back through sold models and stuff. Or through like games. Or just using the lore from the books into other projects. Always a good day to blame end times, yeah. The Skavens got introduced and got their books kicked by the Sigmarines, such an injustice. Also a good day to blame for end times. Skavens have always been around. I consume Warhammer, Witcher, Warcraft and Elder Scrolls lore, so I have the capacity. I enjoy Elder Scrolls. I don't know Witcher or Warcraft that much. I did read a bit about Warcraft lore when I played, but yeah. To add a bit more lore to my Hive fleet, they are a minuscule splinter fleet that only a handful of bioships, therefore any head-on fights are lethal. They only attack weakened planets. Near bigger battles, they draw their reinforcements. I'm a big nerd for fantasy and high fantasy. Oh, yeah, same. I'm trying to write a space fantasy book. A single battle loss could mean death of a fleet. Yeah, my Hive fleet Cupcon is... I think most of us here are probably going to be fantasy nerds. But Hive fleet Cupcon, if you want to hear for lore, is a Hive fleet that's better than everyone else. No, it's not. It's a splinter of the original Hive fleet Behemoth. And while Behemoth was attacking for Ultramarines, it's based on actually reading about, you know, Tyranid ships getting lost in a warp storm and then appearing elsewhere. So it's kind of inspired by the lore. But while Ultramarines here, Ultramar was being attacked, was a planet over here, a star system that as Tyranid sent a splinter over to attack. I can't remember what I called this place, but either way, the thing they ultimately said was basically they made it the CUP fleet. Basically called it the Cupcon fleet. To short for something else. It wasn't Cupcake Conjuror. I just thought that would be funny. But when it was going there, a massive warp storm occurred. And the Tyranid fleet got lost. And no one knew what happened to it until one day, like, all the way over somewhere else, the fleet appeared again. It wasn't even like a full fleet. It was mostly just one massive bioship. Appeared in the sky of just a random planet. Quickly attacked the planet and then disappeared as soon as it appeared. and the planet was like half scarred and damaged, and then appeared somewhere else attacking Eldar, and then appeared somewhere else attacking someone else again. Like a different planets, like all over the Imperium, until one day it just appeared at the very edge of the Imperium, miles and miles away on the other side of the galaxy. And that's where it was finally spit out, like the last time it was spit out. And it stayed in real space and continued attacking again. So they have quite a lot of psychic tyranids amongst their ranks. And a lot of like psychophages and stuff. But it seems each time they attacked a planet, Gene Stealers appeared on the planet before the Hive Fleet arrived from the warp. And no one's sure how or why that happened. But they believe that somehow they managed to like send Gene Stealers in advance through warp gate, but like through tyranny psychic warp gates. And that's what's going. And that's the entire idea. So my Gene Stealer cult's going to be attached to them and linked to them, and they appeared years before the Hive Fleet actually appeared itself from the warp. And everyone knows it was going to come because they recognised the Gene Stealers. Well, once they discovered the Gene Stealers, they recognised what was going to happen, but the Gene Stealers had already been there for years. In fact, the Gene Stealers had been around before the Hive Fleet ever got lost. It's like, because warp shenanigans. Warp shenanigans! Does anyone know some good lore where Tyranids attack Chaos? Yeah, there's actually an entire Hive Fleet that's dedicated to killing Chaos. I think most of the instances of laws of Tyranid versus Chaos, though, have been Chaos attacking Tyranids. Oh no, there is one piece of lore where the Tyranids attacked a world that had a massive Chaos cult on it. And while they're attacking like this massive temple, they release like a warp rift that caused loads and loads of blood letters to appear. And the Tyranids ended up getting... I think the Tyranids still won in the end, but because they didn't get any biomass from the fighting against the blood letters, it caused them a lot of damage. And I think that might be originally where the Tyranids started getting their Hive Fleet. I think like that was the first law before the demon hunting Hive Fleet appeared. Conjuror lies, though she hates fantasy. I love fantasy! Her stories about depressed autistic women on their way to revenge. Not all of them, some of them are. No, the current sci-fi one is definitely about that. The other one was a story I was originally writing. Kind of. It was a story that I was writing for like my fantasy armies, my old world armies, where you got the dwarves versus the orcs and goblins. And I was like, oh, what happens if I made like, because I found out Betonia, right? Betonia, they have like the border princess thing. They can build a army based on the border princess, where you get access to cannons and blunderbusses. I was like, oh, why have I made an army? I decided against building an army, but I still built the law in my head of what if we got a little border prince that was near like a dwarf and a small dwarven hold, and the goblins attacking it, and these people from Tarthus was what I called for the little city. I was like, oh, I could make an entire story about this, so I did. And it was mostly going to center around a hobbit woman. Yeah. And also, well, not a hobbit woman, kind of a hobbit woman. Off-brand hobbit. Look up anything to do with Kronos. They have a hive mind's answer to chaos. Yeah. I've heard about Kronos. They fight chaos, but get biomass from other fleets, right? Yep. They have to. They actually can still get biomass from the worlds they attack. It's just... it costs a lot of biomass from the demons, when fighting demons, because they don't get any back. I know a Baal, Kabada, and Bloodletter butchered Tyranids. Ooh. Yeah, when they're fighting at Baal, was it Angon himself, actually, or was it Scarburned? I think it might have been Angon. I can't remember, my head's asleep. Came and appeared. Hi, Night Parade! appeared to save for Blood Angels, surprisingly. That's a 5 because that was the 3rd Tyrannic War. Yeah. Hello. I think there was an example in lore of Tyranids attacking a Nurgle planet. Some of the hive ships got infected and the infected ones turned on it. Oh, I never knew that. I knew that there was a thing about Nurgle and Tyranids evolving to combat Nurgle, like its infections. And that Nurgle was having to create plagues quicker than, like, new plagues. Quicker than what the Tyranids could adapt to them. And it was basically another war of adaptation as the plagues. And I think the Tyranids eventually won that. Or did Nurgle eventually win? I can't remember. Tau also infected Splinter Fleets and it died. The Tau infected a Splinter Fleet. Exercise time, never! It was Kabanda. Kabanda. I have no idea who Kabanda is. I thought it was a bigger named guy. I thought it was a bigger named corn guy that attacked. But yeah. Bigger is always better. Hi, Slanish! Bigger is usually better. No, bigger isn't always better. Sometimes being bigger is bad, because then you can't go into tiny spaces. They even know that the hard way. Kabada is one of the strongest bloodthirsters. Never heard of him. It's the one that fought Sangi. Sangi won. Easy win. Does Nurgle like to fight Necrons, or do they get really sad when they have to? I'm not sure about that. I think there has been at least one canon thing of Nurgle versus Necrons. I don't think the Necrons are entirely immune to them, but... Oh no, actually, yeah, I think that is the Necrons rusted. I think that was like part of the thing, is that the Nurgle infections caused them to rust and stuff. Although, I don't know if that's canon or not, or whatever. That's the only thing that jumps to my mind about Nurgle and Necrons. The Chaos Gods aren't big fans of the Necrons in general, though, because they can't really get much out of them. They can't really turn them. It's not like fighting. It's not like Carmen fighting against the Imperium, and it's like he's getting powered up. Never mind who wins. Chaos hate fighting Necrons. Yeah, the big thing, it's similar to fighting the Tyranids. They don't get any strength from it. Because usually Chaos can always be like, even if we lose, we win. But when it comes to Necrons and Tyranids, that's not always the case. Sometimes it is a little bit of it, but... yeah. Also Blackstone, yeah, they really don't like that. My whole Tyranid collection is my High Fleet's main force, so each time my collection goes, my fleet in lore gets stronger and can muster battles at the same time. Ooh, that's cool. My collection isn't my entire High Fleet. Because when I was making my armies and stuff, I was designing different armies. I was like, you know what? Unlike my Black Templar, who every time I want to, like, in the lore, if they have a Predator in Detachment 1, but I also want the same type of Predator tank in Detachment 3, that means I need 2 Predators. with my Tyrannid's though, it's like if wave 1 has a Carnifex in it, but wave 2 also has a Carnifex in it, I can just use the same Carnifex model. I'm not going to make a model for each. So I think there's a few different waves of them, but most of them use the same models to represent the different waves. The High Fleet's main weakness is that it doesn't have many ships. What the ship it does have is very difficult to get hold of since it just disappears and reappears in real space all the time. It's that Bossin, do you know, video game where you get it onto low health and then it just suddenly vanishes and teleports away, and the next time you fight it, it's back at full health again. That's my Tyrannids. And no one's sure if the Tyranids are doing that on purpose or not. Oh yeah, Necron's making Blackstone so they can just flick a switch and disconnect the warp from reality. And that's apparently how the warp originally was. Blackstone just basically reverts the universe back to how it once was. Back before the warp just had all this things going on. Actually, I'm not sure if that's a cut law anymore, but it used to be. It used to be where the warp didn't really exist before, you know, for old ones. Went a bit crazy. I think that's back, do you know, when the law was that bolt guns were old one technology, which is why every single race had access to bolt guns. Which is what sort of a prior nexus is it? I don't know much about the prior nexus other than, you know, the fights the Imperium had with the Necrons, which eventually came to an end when they basically made a truce. Actually, no, isn't there still, like, fighting going on there? I can't remember. I know how the Silent King and the Imperium ended up making a sort of truce with one another. At the... I know I believe the Silent King was involved in the prior Nexus Wars. Or campaigns. Oh no. When I've got some...
You're fighting a boss. You get it to low health. Its theme changes. Its health bar refills. It stands back up. Latin chanting intensifies.
I'm just half expecting my model to suddenly have all the paint stripped from it instantly. Hi Bob, I'm not stinking! When I've gotten my more friends into a hobby, I really want to try some cool narrative games. Ooh. Yeah, I'd want to try some narrative games. I still want to try and figure out how to, like, do a stream a game. IRL. Myself and chat. With who? With you guys. You guys can roll some dice using stream commands. And tell me where you want your models moved to. That's why I've got so many armies, so you can choose your armies and you can make army lists. Either that or I need to find a British VTuber friend who's willing to play with me. Who I could do an IRL meet with. Well, the biggest issue with that type of stuff is just me and my health. Like, it's like, I could try planning it out, but then if my health's not good enough, it's like, it's one thing just sitting at my computer talking to you guys and clicking a few buttons. But it's another actually, you know, trying to set stuff up and moving things around. And carrying a camera. Issue on Papa Nurgle loves it. No! I'm not stinky. You know how people play chess via letters? You could do that. I would take forever. But I mean, that's exactly what I was basically thinking. Where it's like, I'm talking to you guys, and chat uses commands and stuff, or like pose to move things. You're a bit like Twitch plays Pokemon. Twitch plays Warhammer. YouTube plays Warhammer. Narrative games like we fight a bunch of different battles, heroes can rise in for battles. Yeah, that's basically code. Look up campaigns. Campaigns are basically that sort of thing. And your characters can become like wounded and stuff, or like units can become destroyed, and you can upgrade units. It's really fun, and there's a lot of narrative rules and stuff, and you can change them up for your own homebrew versions. Campaigns look really exciting. I've never played a campaign properly like that before. And you can get like relics and stuff out of it. But also with the campaigns, you generally get a thing as the you start with like a small army, and as the campaign continues, you can build up your force stronger and stronger. Some people will just like give their units upgrades, while others will keep the armies small. Others will make the armies bigger. You get basically campaign points. And what you end up having is like some people will like have their army only at 600 points for ages. Because what we're doing is we're saving up their points that they're requiring from a campaign to then like buy a Baneblade or something stupid, like a really big model. This means that they'd have to play against like somebody else, like they'll have 800 points, but they'll have to play against like someone's 1500 point army because they've been actually spending their points. It means that you'd end up getting armies that are different sizes, and it gives you different types of objectives and ways to play. And it means that ultimately you're also trying to not get like your units destroyed. You're focusing, like in a normal game, it doesn't matter if you lose like 90% of your army, but in a campaign, that can actually be really bad because it means that maybe in the next battle, your unit will be smaller or be even gone. Just as long as you can't do what my old 40k group post did and set a camera at one angle, then got down to look for the terrain at perpendicular angle. Doing Warhammer with chat sounds fun. Yeah, what I'm thinking about doing is if I do that, what I'd do is I'd set up... Basically, I'll cover every single reflective surface with green blankets and stuff and green sheets. Then what I'd do is either I'd wear one of those, you know, for green morph suits, or I'd basically like have a GoPro on a gimbal or on a like my head or whatever. So I'd always have hold the camera, and it would always be looking at where I want it to look, not me. But like wearing a proper like just green morph suit would also work. Because I do know some people who do cooking streams and they basically wear a green morph suit the entire time. So... Lameo. Oh, no different objectives, only destroy the enemy. True. Actually, that's very, very rare now in 40k games. But that's
this just sounds like zooming in the camera to only show the table, but with extra steps.
Now, the issue with Warhammer, if you play Warhammer, you're basically on the table half the time. Because you're having to lean across the table and like go, as like Anthony said, you're having to go down close so you can actually look at like angles that units can shoot from. Oh, for that angle, those types of things are less important nowadays because it's a lot easier to judge line of sight. You don't need to bother with such minute detailing of it, which is nice. You're lanky, you're fine. You're lanky. You're lanky. You can never move from one end of a table and just reach across to the other. No, you always reach across the table. Always reach across the table. Even if that means you have to go on your tippy toes and like try balancing across it. I just realised I said Anthony to Anthony. So no different objectives, only destroy the enemy. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fun. It would be fun if we could do something like that, but it might be difficult. It might be difficult. The other thing is like if I did something like that and I had to basically be playing the game, holding the cameras and rolling the dice all myself, it would be very difficult since most of the times I've seen people do this, they've always had at least one other person with them to help them out. Even if it was just, you know, holding cameras and helping move models and roll dice. Like, I know Sorp also had a game where I was playing against somebody, but that person was in Ireland. So the person was playing over Zoom or whatever, over video call. So he had a friend come in to roll all the dice for the person on the Zoom call and like to move the models and stuff and to strategize with them. I was like, yeah, that sounds good. But as I said, but it's a lot of work to set something up like that. And I actually know from the past couple of weeks, I get ill. When I get ill, I stay ill for a very long time. It takes me forever to recover and I'm not very productive when I'm ill. So setting up an entire room, setting up a terrain board with models, and then setting up the room so I can actually film in it, setting up all the cameras and stuff. It might be an unrealistic amount of stuff I'd have to do that I wouldn't be able to plan for very well. Especially when I'm not even going out and playing games with people. You gotta treat all walls as a line of sight blocking terrain for the sake of a stream and have a dice tray. Yeah, I definitely have to have a dice tray. So you can like see the dice rolling. And then we can still miss the tray all the time. Yesterday I spent 4 hours clipping sprues for a base for my Lady Olinda. Oh. Yeah. Oh, so back when I was doing that, I was thinking maybe I could get enough models painted up for it. It's like, oh my goodness. And months later, I'm still trying to paint models. So it's like, yep. This is just crazy. Did I forget to do your feet? No, I didn't. That's good. You're stinky. I'm not stinky! Rock! Thursday's going to be taken up by just setting it up, and then the next Thursday will be taking it down. Yeah. The thing is like where I don't have much space to be able to set something up like that. So if I did, it would probably be in my bedroom. So I'd have to set it up and take it down in the same day. There's only one other place I could do it in the house. I could maybe rent a storage space. But that would require me to be able to go in and out of a storage space. And for someone who's mostly house and bed bound, that, again, it's difficult. There's a lot of stuff I'd like to do, but there's a lot of realism I have to take in, reality I have to take into account for it. Unfortunately, reality does not always agree with me. Wish reality agreed with my mind more often. Floor hammer, nah. Bed hammer. Yeah, literally, it would probably be set up on my bed. Thankfully, I have a very, what's it called? Stiff mattress. I've signed up with a local wargaming club to help at an esports con. We're going to promote for hobby and for club. I gotta finish my zoanthropes until then. Ooh. It's this Saturday. Oh gosh, that's a lot of work to get done. I'm hoping to get my models painted. I want to get my models finished this week, these models. There's not a lot that's left to do on them, mind you. I want to be able to get to a point where I can set up like an hour a day just for painting. But that's difficult. I want like an hour a day where I do exercise, an hour a day where I'm just painting, and then an hour a day where I'm just, you know... well, maybe not an hour a day, maybe 2 hours a day where I'm just working on VTube projects. At the moment, I'm not getting anything done a day. So it's difficult. What I decided I need to do though is I need to spend some time every single day, if this is important, just listening to some punk rock. You to inspire me. And before I can start painting them, I got to finish up a model for a friend. Oh no. I'm really looking for... Oh, you're looking forward to the new Tyranid release that's going to occur on Saturday? I say Tyranid. Mechanicus as well. Mechanicus are not as excited as the Tyranid peeps. I'm going to be getting the new kill team, effectively, which is going to have 10 Tormagants in it. I think they're just normal Tormagants. 2 sets of terrain kits for Tyranids. And 5 new Raffinus that look absolutely cool. I think if I build them, I'll probably just build them as normal Raffinus, surprisingly. I'm definitely going to get it though. I'm a bit upset at myself because I never realised it was going to have 10 Hormagaunts in it, so I bought 10 Hormagaunts myself. Not for my army, but for, you know, model parts. Or like bases of other models. And to cut apart and use as like trophies. But yeah, for coming in for a new kill team set, I'm like, oh, I was going to get the kill team set anyway because I wanted the Servitus and I wanted the Mechanicus stuff. And I also wanted the Raffinus. Oh, I'm excited for the new Raffinus though. They look so cool. They feel much more like what the Raffinus were meant to be in lore. Mormagaunts. Mormagaunts! I guess if I have time, I'll be helping out between 10 to 4 European time. Ooh. Yeah, I am slightly sad because I bought a bunch of Tyranid terrain, like 3D printed versions, because I didn't expect War Games Workshop to release any. Okay, I'll use this Mephiston red. Just need to shake it up. Because I need to get that on his wires. And I need to get my Shayis purple out. Now that's Ceres. That's Gene Stealer. What we're going to be doing is making a shoulder pad like him, which is Shyish purple, with Cyrus purple as a middle colour, and then Gene Stealer purple as a highlight, so we get that nice gradient effect. But where's my Shyish purple? I saw it the other day. I swear I put it right next to the other ones. Here it is, maybe. No, it's Magos purple. I love Magos purple. Such a good colour. Shayish? There it is, yeah, it's contrast colour. Oh, it's such a good colour though. So dark. I gotta go make dinner. I'm very happy with my stone folks. If they are super cool. I love like little floating foam rocks that you got going on for lightning. I wish I did more of that with my models. I don't have any psychic models other than these things. Maybe I'll do something similar with the sword. Oh yeah, I'm going to get saucers for my things. My Night Lords, so maybe I'll do something similar. Okay. I'm thinking I'm not going to go for right shoulder pad for a purple. I'm going to go for left one because you can barely see the cross on the shoulder. I don't like that. Although that being said, the thing about it being purple on the cross is it's a lot easier to... Thanks a head pats, Bob. Share with Cuptle. Share with Cuptle. It's a lot easier to do the cross on purple than it is on white. Or maybe if I just go over the light to purples again to make the cross stand out. And then if I do some light highlights on the cross, maybe that would be good. Because the issue is if you just look at the cross by itself, it's super hard to get that nice white and to get the black. Because the black just... The black say... Any mistakes show up on white very easily, and the mistakes of the white paints will show up on the black very easily. It's very hard to get them to both be, well, correct. So yeah, maybe I'll just go with all in all, the colour will just be lighter. I think that would be better. Yeah, I'll do that. Maybe. Yeah, I don't need the cross standing out. I don't know. I don't know. You guys tell me. Hey, this guy's cross isn't too bad. And it's like the crosses on these guys aren't the worst. Not the best either, mind you. Actually, his is pretty bad. And actually, yours is so bad, I do feel the need to fix this up. Where's my white? Where's my white colour? I got a white here somewhere. Whitey. Come out to play. That's grey. That's grey. That's yellow. That's known oil. Known oil! Apothecary white is not actually very white. That's Raker flesh. That's Stormhost silver. That's Calgar blue. That's Dawnstone. I swear I had Corax white or whatever it's called. Shabby bone? No. I'd go for Wraithbone. Wraithbone would be fine. Maybe I'll put it away. I might have put it away. I had to get it now. I'm gonna start. Oh, wait, is this it? There it is. Kovacs right. 0% colour organiser. It's because it's just, each time we've got new colours, I've just been throwing them. Dust and fluff. I've been throwing them onto this pile of paints that's just behind the camera. Also, I do have a much smaller paintbrush now, and the paintbrushes are nicer, so the expenses would better be nicer. Oh, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited for this weekend with a new kill team. I've only got the new Saturnine box sets. It's like, ah! Here we go. Trouble Zero. The issue with the right, it's very hard to cover up details. Oh, look how goopy that is. That needs shaking better. It's very hard to do details on it. Okay, that's better. Because it doesn't gain a lot of traction very well when you do apply it. It's not very good at covering up, like with these little brushes. That's why some people use white inks over white paint. Like a thin nail of white is very transparent. Well, this brush definitely helps. Those are the reason why people would usually go with like a grey or fleshy colour and then go over white on it. Or even multiple layers of like the grey and fleshy colours. And then what you can do, you can make like a similar sort of highlight system to where I've got like with this blue, where it's darker to brighter. And then what you do is like around across this, you just have it darker greys and then go gradient out to lighter colours. Yeah, I'll try to keep the crosses white, because that's Black Templar, isn't it? Having the crosses white. Black on white, sorry. If it's black and purple, it's just not going to be the same. Alternatively, what I'll have to do is I'd have to do what I did on my Black Templar Space Marine character. Do you know Space Marine 2? Where it was a white cross and blue. Rather than... But I've already painted all the crosses black, so it's a bit late for that. I think this brush would also be very good for doing the trim and edge colours. That'd be nice. I think that cross isn't too bad there. And neither's that cross. I feel like my skills have improved since I painted these models. These old ones. Contrasts are also easier to control in general. Okay, but what I wanted the red. The chunkiest termies. The chunkiest termies. Wait, what's this about chunky Terminator? I didn't say anything about Terminators. Did I? Did I? Okay, now I want the 000, I think. 000, not the treble. 000. Oh yeah, the Saturnine pattern. Oh yeah, the chunky Terminators. I'm so excited for them. And the new chunky Dreadnought. If you're not excited for the chunksters, what are you even excited for in life? this a contrast? No, it's a base. Oh yeah, I need to do that in Fulgrim too. Fulgrim, sorry. Copper. Oh, who's excited for Superman? That's this week, isn't it, Superman? Is it like tomorrow or something? I don't play Marines or Heresy, so while they're cool, I have apathy. Buy them anyway! So that you can like, just convert them. Use them in that like bit. Oh, there's a bubble. There's a little paint bubble that just popped. I'm so excited that you have to buy some as well. Maybe it's about time that you start making a Cinchian 1,000 Suns army. Show that you are truly a cultist of Cinch, Anthony. Make yourself some Cinchian Terminators. Make yourself some Cinchian Chunky Boys with Cinchian Chunky Dread. Or are you not truly a cultist of Cinch? Is that all a lie? A cultist of Cinch would change them into something good. Cinchian Alpha Legion, just me rescuing old Firstborn Marines. Yeah! Yes, Cinchian Alpha Legion. Alpha Legion Chunky Alpha Legion Terminators. And for Firstborn Marines. Anthony, it's perfect. Alternatively, they'll make some really good Hive Guard. Oh. I also need to start getting some green done now. I forgot about the green. I don't have any greens out on my desk at the moment. Or not greens I can use. I got this colour green, which looks more yellow. Give it a shake. It's still yellow, because it needs a really big shake. See, look, it's green on the bottom. And it's becoming more green. Actually, I find if you shake it like that, not up and down, but like this, you can smash some models in the face. It gets all the stuff on the bottom a lot easier. Because the waves of paint just go over and over the bottom again and again. Side to side. And look, it becomes green. Yeah. Still need to rescue the green at the bottom. That's the main thing I wanted to do if I was to make Alpha Legion, but near zero Chaos Space Marine kits. The only thing outside of any demon engines I would source is the tusk for the Terminators, because tusks, yeah, Terminator tusks. I'm kind of sad that the Horus Heresy models don't have tusks on them. All considered. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a good green though for glow colour. Want a different colour green. I think I got some in here. Oh, here we go. I got Warpstone Glow, that might be good. And Moot Green. Do. What do you think's got to be good? Moot Green, Warpstone Glow. Maybe I'll go for Warpstone Glow Finger over with a moot green highlight. Let's have a Night Abomination will always and forever be best knight. Plus knight is cool knight. No, Knight Crusader is cool because it's a crusader. I got some Warpstone in my heart. I got some Warpstone in my cart. I got some Warpstone. Ah, Skaven! I got some Warpstone behind my ears. I got some Warpstone. Do do do. I got some Warpstone. Yeah, 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 I got some Warpstone for your money. I love Warpstone. It's the only way that we get Warpstone. Okay, now Fish Tube. Fish Tube needs to be Warpstoned up. Wop, 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 wop. Stone, warp. I always imagine for warp as kind of red, but Warpstone suggests that warp is kind of green instead.
We come for your Warpstones. Yes, yes. Pin down human man thing. I perform operation surgery. Yes, yes.
No, I'm not human. I'm Cupcake. I'm Cupcake. Yeah, 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 I'm a cupcake. Yeah, 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 and now you're a cupcake too. Do 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 do. Skaven. We eat the Skaven. Eat the Skaven. Be the Skaven. Consume the Skaven. Green wires! Yeah! They still don't look great. They still look terribly painted, but they're slowly coming along. I also need to get some bronze on them because I forgot. It's fine.
Yes, you are not a human, but neither an ordinary cupcake. You, the primal cupcake.
No, I'm not a primal cupcake. I'm not a primal being. I'm not a god. She's not a god. She's just a very naughty cupcake. Oh God, if you guys did that, you'd say she's not a god. She's just a naughty kitty cat. It's like, no! No, I'm not. One day, I'm going to be like in for carts, right? I'm going to have to be saying, it's like, look. Just because they follow me and call me a god does not mean I'm actually a god. It doesn't mean I endorse their actions. Yes, I know that an official religion was made about this, but... yeah, I know it's a popular religion, Mr. Judge. It's... Oh, you're part of it. Oh, I apologize. I'm not a god. Yeah, I'm starting to know how the Emperor feels. This is what's going to happen one day. Games Workshop accurately predicted the future. Just instead of But,
She's not a primordial cupcake, she's just a very silly cupcat.
Now, can you imagine? Games Workshop predicted the future pretty well. Just, it wasn't, you know, the Emperor didn't turn out to be a man. It turned out to be a woman who was also a cupcake. It just turned out to be a cupcake woman, not a human man. Oh, the 12 Primarchs. The 12 Prime Cupcakes. The 12 Prime Cakes. Oh, it's the Primarchs or Prime Cakes.
I hear you. All we need is more followers to awaken your godly powers, that was sealed away by evil pancakes.
I don't have godly powers. I never had godly powers. All I do is have my ability to conjure and create and transform and ignore the bounds of time, which isn't much. It's just normal stuff, you know. Power balancing. There you go. Another green tube. And where's the last power fist? There were 4 of them. There were 4 power fists. Here we go. Painting around. Just painting around. By the way, if you want to become a follower of a primordial being, just subscribe to the channel and like the stream. Share it with your friends. Tell them about me. Spread the cult. Spread the word. I'm joking. I'm joking. Although, you know, those are the kind of stuff I wouldn't mind people did. Just to help the channel. And by the channel, I mean me. Because I am the channel. The channel is me. You are the channel. The channel is you. We are all the channel. We bow down to the channel. YouTube is a true god.
I gotta say, man, being a god sucks. Thank you, Vault Hunter, you saved us. Yes, worship the Vault Hunter, worship the Vault Hunter. Whoops.
Whoops. Borderlands 2. Oh no. Hi, Talon. We are talking about how people should like and subscribe to the stream. And how I'm definitely not a god. Talon doesn't think I'm a god, so that's fine. I would never propagate such silliness. You're more like a little sister than a god. Hey! I'm not a little sister for the cute minis. Thank you. A little Templars. Hello, Templars. This is roughly the colour scheme we're going for. It's just taken us a while. I'm also experimenting with contrast for the first time. Also, hi genius. Oh my god, it's next to the boy genius in the flesh. Wait, where is my Talan? What do you do? Oh, there it is. Never mind. My Balthasar gold is here. I thought Talan would have stolen it since he loves Balthasar, and it's copper coloured. Is Diddy single? And if yes, care to share the number? Diddy. Diddy. Don't people hate Diddy? So you're saying we should purge the unbelievers? Okay then, as you wish. Corner, you little rat. No! Do you pray to God Emperor of mankind like our Black Templars do? Personally, no. These guys, though, yes, they do. No, if we pray to anybody, it's a blooming Omnisire because of how much the stream crashes. It's like, pray to the Omnisire. Pray, have we prayed for Omnisire today? We need to make sure that the stream doesn't break down. Or pray to the YouTube algorithm. Heresy. Heresy! You know, want to know what's real heresy? Neurolictor! Yum, 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 yum. Oh, for greater good fell off the table. For greater good! Little Vespid stinging. I still got 9 of these guys to build. I'm not even sure if I want to build them or not. Since you know. They're just Vespids. Kind of meh. We don't have any Tau. I bought that set for the terrain and the Tempestus Aquilians, not for Vespids. What's I gonna do? Oh yeah, for full good. For Balthasar gold. What is this copper colour called again? Fulgurite? Oops, I just whacked my pop filter into my microphone. I apologise. Sorry. Look at this photograph. Me personally, I'm a huge fan of the Omnisire as Machine God protects. Fire that, fire, this is fine. The Omnisire protects. Oh, I want to see my tech piece. I want to see my oversized tech piece. That's really, really cool. Because he's got a big old hat. A Skibbity fan eye. Who's Skibbity? Oh, Skidari? Skidari. Oh, Skitari! Skitari. Yeah, he is my tech beast. It's got a big old hat. A big old hat. And yeah, she's much bigger than these tiny little marines. I kind of want to convert her into, you know, the Belsarius Call model, maybe. Like, give her a bunch of, like, robot things to ride. And be like, yeah. Which colour you have hard time paint? Is it white or yellow? Both. Both. We had a hard time trying to figure out how to paint this because I especially wanted it like a lighter yellow. We did a lot of experimentations on this model, which as you can see looks very meh. Like trying to get the yellow correct to how I wanted it. This wasn't exactly what I had in mind, but in the end I like it. We finally finalised the colour we wanted with this guy. And it worked. It worked. It turns out parts of that was just adding these little blue areas in at the joints. For white, though, I just decided to undercoat them in white because it'll be easier, but then it's just such a hard time getting over black everywhere. And then you end up just going over lines anyway. It's like, oh, what's the point? Granny for tech piece. No, it's based on me. Oh, kind of. I got the model because she had a big hat like I used to have. You guys remember fried chicken tyranid? Those were good times. No, it's not fried chicken. Man, those grey collections remind me of my own grey collections. Yeah, most of my models are definitely grey. I don't mind that too much, to be honest. Because painting takes a long time and it's difficult. He's chapter master of the Grey Legion. Lan just likes bullying me. Because he knows I'm physically impaired and it's hard to do all this painting. And I just enjoy making the models. And he's like, he just wants them. He just wants to hurt my soul. Guys, get him. Painting is a good hobby. It can be fun. It's just between building and painting, I generally enjoy building more because it's less detail work and I get headaches. So it's not always, I don't always have the energy and time for painting compared to... Ow! He's such a fail Victorian child of root because when I'm around, I'm always a fail person. I've been knocked out by a cold and hay fever for the past 2 weeks. I've had to have less streams go on due to poor health. Yeah, part of the reason why I paint on stream now and schedule it is just so that I'm forced to paint on stream. Which would mean I'll at least get some of the work done compared to if I didn't. Like, even I'm not really up to doing it that well, at least I'll get a little bit... Oh, darn it, I missed. At least I'll get a little bit done. My cousin got Ebola and still managed to take his flights and... No! Man, you got some really insensitive jokes to learn. Come on. Come on. Line out here just trying to figure out how we can insult 100 people today. He just projects on me, like he's saying Conjuror has to insult 100 people each day, but really that's just such a projector. She's indeed a failure. No, I'm not a failure, I'm just a fail. I still got upset over that time a doctor just called me a fragile little flower. I'm a fully grown adult, I'm not just a fragile little flower. It's like, why am I so ill? It's like, oh, you're just a fragile little flower, that's why. Don't worry about it. Like, I feel offended. The Chinese millennium is coming and the Heavenly Emperor will smite you. Offended more people than me, offended the Chinese.
You're just a tiny Uwu girl.
Just a tiny Uwu. I'm a 6'4" Uwu girl. I'm not tiny. I'm big. I'm powerful. Oh no, my skin came on camera. No. I was reaching over for my little fluffy fluffs. You're tiny in spirit. Nah, I pulled up my cloth. Oh, you can still see my skin. Ah, I can see lots of skin. Oh, you're tiny in spirit. You're tiny in spirit. Small uwu, kind of small awu. Abba! Abba, abba, abba. Okay, I'm gonna get some moot green under that green then, and then I'm gonna do the full great cock on that thing. You're tiny in spirit. I'm not tiny in spirit. Look, you guys are all there, tiny little cupcakes. Me big cupcake. You better start learning Mandarin. I was quoting the Games Workshop website. Punch, punch. Look, don't claim I insulted China when I didn't. So mean. So mean. Look, I get bullied by chat all of the time. I don't know why. Like, what did I do? All I did was stream. Give you amazing streams that you absolutely adore. Masco 10. I'm still bigger than you, even at 10 times your size. Oh no, they're climbing up somehow. How? Talan! Talan! Slanesh! I didn't give you why are you ascending to the sky? Once the cupcakes are a certain size, they can climb. Talan just descended into the heavens. Yeah, Talan ascended so high he literally died and had to respawn. And Slanesh has to respawn too. They're doing the wall bounce technique. I just like how you got so high that you literally died. Oh, goodness. You're stupid. You're stupid little legs. I'm sorry. Silly little legs, that's the best word for it. Silly little legs. Oh, it's just so funny. Talan. Slanesh. Who was the other one? I didn't catch the other one's names. I saw it's Talan and Slanesh. Teaming up with the god of debauchery, I see, Talan. I kind of want to make a Slanesh or Emperor's Children army, right? And the entire reason for dedicated to Slanesh is because everyone just like is carting around like a massive collection of like Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something. It's like, that's such a Slaneshi thing to do. That is a Slaneshi thing to do. It's called Circles of Ascension. I'm simply cultivating my soul, like how Shang Xiao Fan described in his novels. I don't think that's very accurate, Talan. Shang Xiao Fan. Or is it Shang Xiao? You're just jealous because you were born with the soul of a lily pad. What are you on about? Only team up with a god of excess on weekdays, where weekends are too wild for you. Unlike me, which was cut from the tail of a tiger, I don't think that's much of a soul cut from the tail of a tiger. I was not born with a soul of a lily pad. I was born before lily pads were a thing. Lily pad's only like 89 million years old. Does this mean Talan hates lily pads? Talan, do you have something against lily pads? Like, what's wrong with having the soul of a lily pad in any way? And why are you cutting tiger tails? That sounds like unnecessary cruelty. Oh my gosh, Talan out here being racist towards lily pads and doing animal cruelty things. So evil, Talan. You don't understand. What you don't understand? What do the lily pads do to you, Talan? What did a tiger do to you? Tiger tails fall off and for only if you cut them. So I'm gonna call for RSPCA. They're gonna come and send some nice men in a car with flashing lights to you, and you're gonna go with them. We're gonna give you some nice like bling for your wrists. You know? Okay, I'm painting. You like the little thing I'm painting? Take a while. Maybe I should get a thicker brush out. YouTube's been really weird lately. Is it just me? Like YouTube comments counts and view counts and stuff have been all over the place. No, it's F1. They're fighting ad blockers again and losing. Oof. Caused some really weird glitches though to appear. I guess worse than ever before. Do you remember when they first brought out premium though? And you had those annoying premium adverts that just played so often. It was insane. That was the first time I ever thought I wanted an ad blocker on YouTube. I mean, maybe not the first time, but like the time I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to get an ad blocker now because this, I don't... Because this advert is not making me want to get YouTube Premium, it's putting me off it. Putting me off YouTube in general. That being said, when it comes to like, YouTube has a monopoly on this form of sites and content. At least the adverts aren't as bad as Twitch adverts. Although I really wish YouTube memberships and stuff meant that you didn't get adverts for the channels that you paid membership to. Or like I could turn it like, oh, I just wish I had a setting where it just like removed adverts for people who got a membership. Because one, I think that'll be more incentive for a membership. And two, it's like you're already paying. You might as well, you know? You're paying for my content. I don't want you to get adverts on it. Must be another reason to join memberships instead of like making a patron or something. Oh gosh, trying to do this with shake your hands is a bit difficult. I need more colour. There you go. That looks nicer. Realise that there's a little jewel there. I should probably put some red on it or something. And don't shake your hands. I can't stop shaking my hands. It's very difficult. Because every time that they fight ad blockers, they kind of hurt the creators most. How are you passing through there with barely picking up any of the contrast? Magic, it was a tunnel effect. My brush passed through the paint without ever picking up any of it. Okay, now it's time to start doing the purple. I mostly don't care about ads. Any that particularly annoy me, mostly unskippable ads. The mute button is right there, plus the way I see it, the person's revenue and the membership is a bonus. Yeah, maybe. I don't mind most ads, to be honest. But when it really got to me was, I like to put music on while I'm working and stuff. And the premium advert just being so consistent and like so purposely using annoying sounds and stuff. It's like, I put music on to help me focus and work. It's like, oh. At least most of the adverts have some sorts of music on where you sometimes don't even realise that the advert's playing. One time I donated $2 to Conjuror. That is enough for like 2 years. Still riding that high. No, it's tax time again, Talan. You have to pay. You have to pay up. Tax time! I wish I could donate negative money. It would subtract from a bank account. You could try it, Talan. You could try it. Just like, see if it works. You pays the taxes but demands your taxes so mean. Yeah. Yeah, I don't pay taxes. I fill a bunch of forms that say why I don't have to pay taxes because I'm just a cute, innocent cupcake. I don't want to pay taxes. I don't need it. I've had the government's like, oh, you're just a cute little cupcake. You don't need to pay taxes. I'm like, yeah. See, that's not tax evasion. That's just being too cute for taxes. An outline version of shooting a bullet into an envelope, sending it across the country, and then when someone opens it, they get shot. Ah, it's such a Looney Tunes thing. I'm back, Cupcake. I made something special. What did you make? Post it in the Discord. Post it in the Discord. And for those who don't know, I have a Discord server. You can join it if you go to the description. Also, welcome back. Not you, not you. You can go to one side for this. Now, you evade taxes by buying plastic back and writing it off as company expenses. Literally, if I got to a point where, you know, I needed to set up like a company and stuff because I'm earning enough, I probably would do that. I'll be like, I'm buying Warhammer stuff, but it's literally for content creation. And you know, these games I'm buying for content creation. And the government would be like, you know what, fair enough. And the funny thing is, that's actually true, I could do that. It wouldn't even count as tax evasion, it would just be, you know, it's a company expense. If I wasn't YouTubing, I probably wouldn't have Warhammer right now. Probably wouldn't have bothered by getting back into the game. Saving that for later court hearings. But that's the thing, it's not actually... Companies have expenses, and for content creation, those expenses are things like games and like Warhammer. If you can prove that you use it for your content creation and it is important for your job and for your, you know, company, then it's a company expense. And half of my streams are just Warhammer painting and making and talking about the Warhammer. So, yeah. The games that I wouldn't play on stream arguably shouldn't count, but some of them are ones I buy because I want to do a stream on them, but then the opportunity never comes up for it. Or something else happens. And it's like, that's a potential expense right there. Oh, I get it. Now, this is why she's disabled clipping. I've not disabled clipping. Have I disabled clipping? I don't think I have. It should still be on. I think without DVR on, you can't clip when I'm live because DVR sucks. Makes the stream too often. You definitely clip otherwise. Don't see an option for in your stream. Oh, what about on old streams? Should at least be on old streams. If not, oops. I'm gonna have to look into that later. Oh. I'm glad you do stream though. It's a cozy atmosphere. Thank you. I don't think my streams are as cozy as they used to be. I think I'm a lot louder and a lot, you know, more confident and active now. I'm crazy in general. But, oh no, that kind of looks cool. That kind of streaking thing across the shoulder pad. Yeah, I'm glad that people still find them cozy streams. Because most of my viewers were like, oh, I like your streams because you can just go to sleep on them. I was checked, clip option is there on old streams. Yeah, it's just because DVR's not on. Because when DVR's on, what you sometimes have is like you hit a little lag spot and then sometimes you start falling behind on the stream. Or like you start up a stream and sometimes you might be a few minutes behind from the very start. I was like, one time I was 25 minutes behind on a stream as soon as I like got into it. It's like, why did it start me 25 minutes behind? So I turned it off so people didn't have that issue. And because when you do watch and like you're falling behind, you don't count as a concurrent viewer, and that kind of sucks for me. So it's like, no, I'd rather you all be caught up on the stream and watching it actually live. That way you count as a concurrent viewer. There's less people, there's more of the people watching actually count as viewers rather than being discounted. And your watch time counts better than everything else. Still sucks we cannot make clips, yeah. You can still make them off old streams if you wanted, though. It's just unfortunately a cost of sometimes. Maybe YouTube's fixed up. Because at one point they didn't have that issue as much, but then it suddenly got much worse, so you pretty much had to do DVR off. On nice streams you can make clips, well, not on 9. Just Mike's cupcakes. Oh, little baba cupcakes! Go and squish them. Go and squish them, Cupcake. It's so little tiny. It's so tiny. They're so squishable. Okay, I want to get at least all the Shyish purple onto the different shoulder pads. Once that's done, maybe after the stream I'll get the other purples done and make the gradients. Oh, what are we doing on Saturday? Oh yeah, on Friday this week we're playing Space Marine 2 instead of having a long stream. Because I decided it'd be better just to take care of myself rather than, you know, try and stream. Because the other time, the past couple of long streams, unfortunately, it's taken a lot of toll on my health. So, have to take it easy. That's a big plate. I like swirling chaos magic. A dark magic. Saturday's painting for yes, Saturday's painting. Wait, it is a painting, yeah. And Sunday's Handcam. I might make some dwarf models though, or some other models. I need my tissue. I need my tissue. Give me a moment. I'm gonna have to mute myself. Never let Conjuror near a newborn baby. Wait, did I accidentally not mute myself? Or did I mute myself? I don't remember unmuting myself. But I'm unmuted right now. Oh gosh. Oh, that made me a bit dizzy. It's fine. It's fine. How did you mute yourself? We heard the sneeze. Oh yeah, you heard the sneeze, but I then said I'm gonna mute myself because I needed to blow in my nose. We heard that too. No! I thought I muted myself. No! Yeah, I sneeze. It showed up I muted. Maybe I double clicked by accident so it looked like a mute. Or maybe I somehow accidentally unmuted myself after muting myself. Oh no. I apologize for that. Darn hay fever and cold. Purple shoulder pads. Yeah, the purple really doesn't look nice right now, but it's not meant to. It's just meant to be like for undercoat colour. Maybe... No, he'll definitely have a purple shoulder pad too. Maybe we'll have him go with this side. Oh no, it looks nice. Yeah, this side's worse. I think allergy season, pollen making everyone sneeze. Yeah. I don't mind sneezing on stream because it's hard to control. And people don't seem to mind it, but blowing your nose, that's gross. Also, sneezing is just a natural function that's hard to control or even recognize when you're about to sneeze until it's too late. Especially when I sneeze, it's very hard to do anything else other than it's like, oh no, I'm gonna sneeze. There we go. Purple shoulder pads. Not purple for Slanesh though. I heard a guy who stopped to sneeze and a blood vessel in his brain exploded. That's crazy. I have stopped sneezes before by blowing my nose, like as soon as I feel the sneeze going on. Like you've just had something in your hand and you go... And it kind of works. Do you know those situations where people have to stay quiet and do face crazy eights? Crazy eight. Crazy eight! Wait, no, what am I doing? I got distracted. I got distracted by my own brain. Deal with these like films and stuff where it's like we have to stay hidden from like the villain, for alien, or for like the zombies or whatever, so you have to be quiet. And then it's like achoo. And we always have like these relatively quiet sneezes, and I'm just there, it's like 5 miles away you hear me sneeze. Entire neighborhood just shakes. Microphone gets broken, I have to buy a new one. Mariana sneezes like a small dog. I don't know how I sneeze, I just know my sneezes are loud and high pitched. And that sometimes they like echo around. It's like a choo, 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 choo. I had that at school when I was young once. There we go. You sneeze like a trucker? What do you mean a sneeze like? That sounds horrible. By the way, today I learned American cigarette companies literally print codes and cigarette packs we can enter online to redeem for loyalty points. That sounds illegal. What's next? Gacha cigarettes. Actually, wait, they already did gacha cigarettes, didn't they, by putting like baseball cards in cigarette packs? Cupcake, does the sneezing can caused by cold or allergy? I think I have both hay fever and a cold at the moment. Exercise time. That means it's getting close to the end, so I need to get more painting done. Better, faster, stronger. She's multitasking. I am? Anthony, do I sneeze like a trucker? Because that makes it sound like my sneezes are deep and like... like I'm Shrek or something. Taran called me Shrek. He's them big, round, ugly, and green. Having a cold and allergies. Oh, I'm painting and streaming. I'm multitasking. I just... Anthony, you have to tell me if my sneezes sound like trucker sneezes. You have to tell me if that's the cute sneezes. My sneezing would be like this. Achoo! I thought my my sneezes were loud but cute. That's what I think. Loud but cute. You have to say that. Loud but cute. And we all have to agree. Right? Right? Just breathing too. So good at multitasking. No! Why do you think I'm breathing? I don't know how to breathe. I've got asthma. It's like one of the few things I'm not good at. Out of all the things in the world to be bad at, breathing. I could backhand it so hard, cute but loud, instead of loud but cute. I think that's the same thing. It's loud, but it's cute. If I start thinking I sneeze like a trucker, I'm going to be extremely anxious about sneezing on stream. Talan just knows how to like get into my head and like try and destroy me. You also bully us like a trucker. No, I'm not a trucker. It's been ages since... Do you want me to play Euro Truck? Is that it? I'm just missing for Euro Truck streams. Want me to bring them back, Talan? Want me to bring them back? And we can do some Elite Dangerous too. Yay. That's what Talan's really missing. I tried to stop the bullying, but got Truck Simulator. Close, maybe next time. What do you mean, stop the bullying? I don't bully. You guys bully me. I can't be a cupcake on stream instead of get turned into a cupcat. I get bullied into hiring a model to put little model maker. An artist to put in little cupcat ears of a model. And do we get thanks? No, I get bullied harder. It's like sad. It's sad. Is there anyone who has such a strong plight as mine? No, there isn't. I got the hardest plight in the world. As being a Norscan fan. Yeet. Is a cupcakes? Is a good cupcake? Yeah, I'm a good cupcake. See, at least 2,500's here. Be like, defend me. To be the nice one. I even get Anthony to be nice to me. He's such a bully. He's such a bully. I joked about you sneezing like a truck would by the way. No. All trucks come from a trucks come from a place of truth. All jokes come from a place of truth. No, you speak no truth. We know your true nature. Detect evil. Wait, how do I do this? I am the demon! Balthazar! Demon.
Reminds me of a line from Jurassic Park. I brought you all here to defend me, and the only one on my side is the blood-sucking lawyer.
Oh, goodness. All trucks come from truth. CA. CA. Uh-oh, you made Cupcake angry. You made me a demon. You made me... Oh, look, a little angry emote that appeared. A for wolf. A for wolf. Paint games, I don't know anything. Mal and Bug and 2,500 and Dale and kill. I wasn't angry. I was evil mode. I was evil mode. Demon mode. Demon cupcake. Demon cupcakes in disguise. Stabbing you in the eyes. Is it a demon? Is it a cupcake? Wrong, it's Danger Pig. Did anyone else watch Danger Mouse? Yeah, I won't give you purple shoulder pad, you don't need it. Oh, maybe. No, I think that looks cool. That cross looks too nice. I wanted to get the known oil layer done today, but I guess maybe we can leave that for next time. So sometimes I'm putting way too much paint on this brush with these things. Cat hair. These gloves are falling to pieces. Like, look at that. Look at that. Big old holes. Ugh. Danger Pig. Danger Pig. Watch out, it's a danger pig. Oh gosh, I'm gonna sneeze again. Okay, I've got to mute myself to blow my nose. Now I'm unmuted. Aha! It worked that time. Oh gosh, I'm gonna sneeze still. I can breathe through my nose, so it's nice. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, but it's not coming yet. Oh, don't you hate it when it's like that? It's like, I can need to sneeze, but I'm not sneezing, but I need to, but I can feel it coming on, but it's not sneezing yet. Sometimes the easy fix to fight is seriously just blow your nose and it fixes. But sometimes that's not a good enough fix. Okay, how is this looking? Ah, it looks way nicer now when it's not white. Oh, and just patch there. Shaiish. Isn't Shaiish like, or is it Haiish? No, it's death. Shaiish is death, isn't it? Death magic. Pretty sure. Well, I hope I'm sure. The initial issue we actually had of painting these models is that they kept having their arms and heads fall off. So we kept then having to stop painting them to glue them, but then while the glue is drying, we can't paint them anymore, just in case we get glue on a paintbrush and ruin our paintbrush. Ours is in my paintbrush. There we go. Did you know that I'm the fixer of every single thing? Isn't Dr. Doom's name Victor? Like his actual human name, not his villain name. Victor Von Doom. Give me a moment. Give me a moment again. Ah, sorry, my nose is a mess today. Oh. Gonna listen to punk rock after this and be like, pump, 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 pump rock. I'm kind of excited for a Doctor Doom film. I'm always excited for Thunderbolts to hit streaming media. People have been saying that it lost a load of money, but I don't see how it lost money. Like, it made about 400 million over in the box office, right? It cost 180 million to make, and Disney owns most of its own marketing stuff and has usually quite special limited deals with theatres that the theatres aren't very happy about because of how little money they get out of it. So the entire thing makes it feel like, and then often the film then goes onto streaming services, and these films going onto streaming services help keep the streaming services well popular. We've put off it in a big box. So people like saying it lost 100 million, but it's like, one, even if they spent as much on marketing as they did, it would still be up 40 million. As much as it cost to make the film. But on top of that, it's like they own most of their own marketing departments and stuff, so they're just paying from... And it's similar to, the cost of making the film. It's like, they're paying for own studios. It's like they're hiring a VFX artist that works for Disney. Like a VFX studio that is owned by Disney. They're hiring prop departments that are owned by Disney. For hiring sets that Disney owns. So a lot of the money from making the film goes straight back to Disney. So the cost of making it themselves is... I don't know. It's crazy. It's one of the reasons why Disney can just afford to keep throwing out, films that can, like, seemingly lose money, because really they didn't really lose much. Hi iOS, how you doing? We've painted a small... We've actually been productive at painting. We've done each of the shoulder pads purple today. We've got each of them, all the silver parts of the metal, all the lead belchery colours have been highlighted with silver. Like on all the feet and the helmets and stuff. And there's been some neatening up. We've got all the Power Fists cables done today. Like we got these cables here done. Oh, we didn't do that cable green. Did we do the cable? Oh no, it is green. I just forgot to go over the moot green. We can do that now. And we did this stuff here. That's silver. Oh, it's nice. Oh, so thanks for yeeting me. She reads half my comments and got sick of it and decided to repeat herself. We put all the profits in a big box and forgot where they put the box. No, they got the box office product profits. They're in for office. That's why it's called box office product profit, so no one misplaces it. Because it's in a box, in an office. Very easy to find. Such a silly comment. Because you don't know much about movies, do you? Movie make. I'm sorry. People might take me seriously if I just keep that up. It's like, why would anyone take you seriously with that? It's like, you'll be surprised how seriously people take things. I was there when it happened. It's true. It's true. Talan was there. He's like in everyone's walls. He's one of those little rats you find just everywhere. Also, hi iOS. Haha, you're broke. You have 105 sprinkles. Talan, since you mocked him, can you give him some sprinkles? But honestly, I think at this point, it's been a relatively productive stream, and we visited a website and we've talked to people. And I did some talking, and we talked about pop rock, and I sung some song. Well, I kind of sung the songs. Don't cost money to beat you. Oh goodness. Oh yeah, there's nothing new on the website, unfortunately. I do want to see some models though. Let's look at some models. Let's look at some. Actually, no. I want to go to the website. I want to go to community page because I'm so excited. This new model, this entire kit, you look at it, it's so cool. Oh, they're so good. And you got the new servitor models. Oh, and look at that stuff. It's so cool. New terrain, you get 2 sets of terrain apparently in this kit. Where is it? Is it this one? No, it's the previous one. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, loads of terrain in this. Get 2 sets of terrains. Loads and loads of models. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my god. That's a really cool colour scheme too. I really love the colour scheme for the Ned. The servitors are kind of cool. They don't look like amazing models, but they don't look like terrible models. Oh yeah, and these new things are coming out next week too. This should be cool. I'm pretty good jumbo transgender missile batteries and stuff. Or have a new Beastman stuff, but it's not new. Re-release this. Oh, I'm so excited for Saturday. I'm so excited. Look at it. Look at it. I'm kind of excited because what it's given us, actually, is... It's already out now, actually. If we go to core rules, not core rules, other rules over here. Servitor battle. It's given us a servitor battle clade, right? Which... It's not as cool as I'd like it to be, because I was hoping that it'd give us proper servitor squads. Rather than just 9 models, actually. Ooh, that's stuff. rather than just 9 models. I was like hoping it'd be 10 to 20. Wait, really? Is it only 9 models of a bat thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10 models. One servitor underseers, 2 gun servitors, 6 combat servitors. Oh, so he's part of a kill team, but he's a character? Or she? It? It's a character. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna have to look at this thing now. No, that's not the correct one. Wrong one. It's this one. It's this one. This is what I want to do. Yeah, so it's just a tech-piece archaeologist. It's just a character. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. That's an interesting... I thought it would be part of a squad, like even in 40k. That's weird. I'm hoping they might change that, or they might just give us... Because one of the things is, if you look at Horus Heresy, as far as the Cult Mechanicum, we've got these things, tech files, which are basically just servitors, and I really, really want these in 40k. Like, just servitor squads. Because that would just be so cool. They kind of remind me, though. Don't they remind you of Star Trek? What is Star Trek? Star Trek begins with B. A Borg! A Borg! It reminds me of a Borg, especially if a paint scheme they give them. Like with a real pale dead skin. Like, ugh. Like, look at that. So cool. Yeah, I really want these types of guys in 40k for Mechanicus. Mechanicus doesn't get that in 40k. I mean, this is now the closest we've got, but it's still not the same. You'll be assimilated. Resistance is futile. And if you buy a squad of 20 of these, yeah, those guys. You're going to have 2 extra guys for a squad. You'll have to split them in 2 squads of 9, get rid of 4 of them, and get 2 of these guys. I don't really like this model. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this Underseer. Let's look at the stats though for them. Servitor Underseer for toughness 4, 4 plus armor save. That's kind of cool. I guess that's why they're so heavily armored. 2 wounds of an Underseer, unsurprising. Leadership 7, no. 6-inch movement, which is kind of surprising. 6 plus invulnerable save on all of them. Ooh. Ah, surprising. Network override. While this unit contains 1 or more tech-based models, this unit is eligible to perform an action in a turn in which it advances. Eligible to shoot in a turn. Eligible to shoot in a turn in which it started an action. What's an action? When was that tonight? But I don't know. I'm imagining maybe next month. But I'm unsure, so don't quote me on that. Because sometimes, especially when it comes to new editions, they start advertising things well beforehand. If a character unit from your army with a lead ability can be attached to Cataphon Breaches, it can be attached to this unit instead. Okay. 1 combat servitor can have its blaster replaced with a melter gun. 3 combat servitors can have a blaster replaced with Incidine Igniters. Okay, Flamers. Mechanicus Pistol, Data Spike. Heavy arc rifle for one, heavy bolter for the other. Yeah, you can't choose what guns they have, unfortunately. For the heavy, for the gun servitors. Is it heavy arc rifle? I mean, for heavy arc rifle, it's pretty cool, I guess. Anti-vehicle 4+. AP -2, damage 3, rapid fire 1, 30-inch range. Heavy bolter, heavy sustained hits, the hits on 4s in either case. Ooh, that means it hits on 3s when it stays still. Surprising. We get 2 attacks in melee, which is decent. 4 attacks for data spike, which is decent. Although no AP or no damage. Yeah. Legendary Igniter, yeah, it's a flamer, that's only strength 3. Phosphor Blaster, ignores cover, rapid fire. 1 shot, strength 4. It's okay. Like an old-fashioned bolter, except it ignores cover. Melter gun is fine. Just a melter gun. Mechanicus pistol is same as other Mechanicus pistols. And it's 60 points, which is not bad for a unit. I mean, it's not a bad unit, I guess. In general, it's pretty decent. Surprising amount of firepower for 60 points and pretty tough for 60 points, especially since 6+ invulnerable save. But it doesn't fulfill the dreams of just having swarms of servitors, which is sad, and that the Horus Heresy does give us. I'm guessing they want to make the Horus Heresy Mechanicus and the 40k Mechanicus have very different feels to them. Like Horus Heresy Mechanicus, I guess, feels more like Guardsmen. You know, lots of big tanks and vehicles and artillery. Instead of Ogrins, you got big old robots. And instead of Guardsmen, you got swarms of basic dudes. I think it doesn't work. Is it because Starvis Night being discontinued or something? Or is the website just broken? I've been having some issues with the website recently. Forza Cup Mechanicum for Mechanicum. Scroll down, is it going to work now? Okay, now it worked. Yeah, I've been having some weird issues with the site doing that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'm guessing the Saturnine box is probably a couple of weeks away because you got the new... I imagine the Space Wolves are coming out before the Saturnine box. And I imagine this... well, you've already got the Kill Team coming out. The Kill Team was announced a while ago. So I'm imagining next month at some point. But anyway, I'm going to say... It's time to end the stream now. So let me just have a quick glance at streams. You got my streaming. You want to raid into my... How's her stream going? I wanted it for my birthday tomorrow. But no, I only got a Chaos Lord. Oh... Yeah, maybe I can get it as a late birthday present. That's one of the things I used to do. But like, hey, this isn't going to be out for the birthday, but could I have it as a late birthday present? Okay. I'm checking to see if Mai is going to be streaming for much longer. Oh gosh. Yeah, it looks like she's going to be streaming. So, we'll raid into Mai. We'll raid into Mai. She's fun. She's fun. She raided us the other day. We'll pay her back for the raid. Cupcake raid. Oh gosh, my energy from at the start of the stream is going away now, though. My neck's hurting me again. I slept for ages last night, but it was in a weird position, so my neck hurt. But do a cupcake raid, Control-C, Control-V, copy and paste it into Mai's chat when we're gonna raid. Yeah. I'll do a redirect. Did I do a redirect? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to myself and my actions. Here we go. Save. Okay, so thank you for coming to the stream, everybody. Love you all. Oh no, I hope you can sleep better and help your neck. Oh, I slept a lot. Don't worry about it. It's just it was in a slightly weird pose, so my neck was a bit strained. Well, thank you for coming to the stream. Love you all. And remember, take care of yourselves. Be kind to others. Be nice to Mai. Send her lots of love. Like her stream, like my stream. Subscribe to both of us. And you know, work hard, play harder, eat good food, sleep well. Dream of cupcakes, but don't eat the cupcakes as they're friends, not food. Goodbye, everybody. Love you all. Wee!